Jamar Chase.
The NFL draft is over.
The teams have made their picks and reshaped their teams. Now comes the hard part.
They've got to turn these rookies into NFL players.
That means OTAs, training them, testing them, training camps.
Pushing them farther than ever before.
We've got our eyes and ears on all of it.
Listen to the latest on your exclusive home for the NFL.
1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
Chances are the technology you work with every day is an afterthought
until it isn't working.
Technical problems can throw a wrench in your day, but computer security issues can expose you and your customers to serious risk. Affinity Technology builds custom IT solutions that help small businesses thrive. No system is too complicated.
If it plugs in, we work with it.
Affinity Technology runs Arizona businesses. Contact us today at atechaz.com. That's atechaz.com. Affinity Technology.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100-plus degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
Jess's 30-minute bike boot camp? I guess it's that kind of day.
Are you ready for a total body workout, Peloton fam?
I am.
We'll start the class on the bike and then move to the floor. Let's get it.
With Peloton instructors right in your home.
Are you feeling it yet? Let's keep pushing for 5.
You have motivation that's ready when you are.
Clip off that bike and meet me on the mat for lunges.
I got this.
You showed up today, Peloton. Who's feeling sweaty and strong?
Definitely me.
Tap into your motivation at onepeloton.com.
Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Felicia.
We're the hosts of the show, Drive Friendly.
With Steve's 40 years of experience, you're going to get the real insider information about the automotive industry. And I'll be interviewing local celebrities and experts so you can be informed and live your very best life.
Laugh and learn with Steve, Felicia, and the gang. You'll be smarter for listening. Drive Friendly, 10 a.m. Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Changing your work culture can help change an entire culture. By embracing diversity, you encourage diversity. By making accommodations, you become more accommodating. So consider a member of Arizona's deaf, hard of hearing, and deafblind community for your next hire. To learn more about the Let's Get to Work initiative, visit changeyourperception.org. That's changeyourperception.org. Sponsored by the Arizona Commission for the Deaf and the Hard of Hearing.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
You have to push the button eventually, kid. There's no getting away from it. All right, everybody, it's Friday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. And we have a very sad, beaten down, sort of destroyed husk of a human being known as Filthy Phil in the control room. You guys are
husky?
on the fanatic. What?
You say he was a husky?
No, I said I know he's got the damn music too loud. He's a shell of a man today because the Lakers have lost.
Sorry, Phil.
Now Phil has to go get a Suns tattoo on one of his shoulders.
I'm just trying to figure out what the hell happened to that gentleman's sweep he was talking about.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that to happen. But when does the gentleman's sweep happen, Phil? Can you explain how that works, please? I'm new at this.
Guys.
Guys.
I haven't had much sleep.
I bet you haven't.
You know what would wake him up, Randy? A different song. Our favorite song. That would help wake him up.
All right.
Burn in hell, Lakers! Burn in hell, Lakers! Show
Wow. Yeah. Now what you got to say, Phil? Are you going to finally shut the hell up, Phil?
I've introduced my body to 5 different sorts of tequila.
All right, Tequila Friday.
Yeah, we can't expect much from Phil today. He saved up all his professionalism to get Big Steve in the main event through that show. And now here he is, just sort of crumbling before our eyes. And then, of course, Randy, you were on the morning show today. And so you've got to be pretty well exhausted. I've been working behind the scenes on some things.
Weren't you on Jim Rome?
That's right. Jim Rome and I arm wrestled.
Yes.
It was a hell of a thing. I won. And so here we are. And now, Randy, I checked in on the morning show this morning because you were on there. I just want to make sure they're being nice to you. And I heard that they tried to pass themselves off as people who actually listen to this show. Bruce Jacobs is, I'm sorry, a big fat liar. He's never heard this show. And he tried to pretend like he did because he says to Randy, oh, yeah, you feed Jeffrey those texts that say bad things about me. First off, we never read a lot of those texts that are there because we'd run out of time for our own show if we did. Second, Randy doesn't feed me anything. I read it directly off the text line because unlike Bruce, I care about the listeners. And I will read their text off of this giant screen that is right here in front of me. So basically, Bruce Jacobs, big fat liar.
Liar, liar, pants on fire, hanging from a telephone wire.
Yeah, at least Dale does try to read the texts. Let me rephrase that. At least Dale does try to read. That's never.
I did give Dale today. They asked me to rate the show.
These are big words here. I don't know. You know I'm an NFL player, right?
I guess if
5 letters starts with an S.
Well, you have it there. It's not a crossword puzzle. So I tried to pass themselves off as anybody who gives a damn. That's fine. That's fine. But did they harm you in any way?
Oh, not at all. No, right. I had an absolute blast. A couple of texters was like, hey, what are you doing on? You're messing up my entire day. Have I began drinking? Why do I hear Randy on with Bruce and Dale? Is it afternoon? What's going on? I had a few of those. Yeah.
I was wondering if some people are expecting to hear this. Howdy, everybody. Welcome to Daily Blender. What is Chief doing on that show?
No, he actually was getting his snippy snip done.
Yes, being from Texas, I am a person who would say anybody from Texas should go ahead, or anybody from the South, go ahead and get that thing snipped. Go ahead and just help protect us from more
over
of your
the line.
Protect
over the
us
line
from more
now.
of your DNA, because I don't know if you noticed lately, but we don't need more of you.
Oh,
so,
please!
Just saying.
Wow.
Did you guys hear from him?
Oh yeah, we heard from him. As a matter of fact, Bruce wanted me to set him up on the Rejoiner music with songs that are talking about cuts. So I gave him Rod
Cuts
Stewart,
Like a Knife.
Cuts Like a Knife by Bryan Adams. Rod Stewart, The First Cut is the Deepest. Played I Died in Your Arms Tonight by the Cutting Crew.
Oh, there you go. That's a leap right there.
Yeah. So,
he was asking me. He's like, "Can we do a remote from there?" I was like, "No." He's like, No. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to see it. You have a predominantly male audience that does not want to even think about that.
I don't know. There were a lot of people that were inquiring about, can we listen in as, Rebel Yell by Billy Idol.
There you go.
Which is what Chief would be doing. Yeah. So
yeah.
But I guess Chief came through it very fine, and he texted on his way home. So he's now sitting with his legs wide open in a bag of frozen
what else is
peas.
new?
Yeah, on his groin. So
well, what else is new? All right. Well, so it's one of them weird kind of days today, isn't it? It's just one of them weird kind of days.
Weird,
and yes, I do see all the texts coming in on the text line. I do promise you will all get your say here in a moment.
We can skip them.
oh boy.
So Randy has been trying to pass off the issues we've been having with our 1580 AM signal as
sunflowers.
Right. But now it turns out it could have something to do with that little itty bitty planet that goes around the sun. You ever hear the hippies say, oh my God, because Mercury is in retrograde, all of
Yeah.
this stuff is going to fail. All the computers going to die, and my phone just won't work. I don't understand. My Instagram is, I'm not getting as many likes as I'd like to get on Facebook. And so,
wow.
but it turns out that, I guess, according to the planets and stuff, Mercury is in retrograde until June 22nd. So I guess that could be it. But there's a guy right now by the name of Richard who is out there working his ponytail off. He's working that ponytail off, trying to get that problem fixed. We've researched it, found out what it is. We've strangled it. We beat it down to the ground. So very soon, all those little blips out will be gone.
Did we snip it so that way it can no longer reproduce?
Yes, much like thank God in heaven, somebody decided to stop the DNA of Chief from ever leaving his body again.
Oh boy,
we are working on fixing that. Oh, come on, Prison Wallet. I can't take any more problems. He says the TuneIn app's not working. I don't even know what to say anymore. Hey, is the app working? The regular app? I don't know. Somebody check that. I could probably fix that if I had to. Anyway, so yeah, Mercury's in retrograde. So, get off our back. We're working on it. 888-368-1580. So I guess, Randy, does that mean it's time to start? Time to start her up?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think 100% it's time to start her up.
All right. So here comes the text, Phil. Are you ready?
Oh, I need to check to see whether or not the app is live right now.
Brace yourself. I'm going to start reading anyway. I don't care. Ukle the Mock says, howdy, Randolph, radio pal, and ha, suck it, Phil. All right. Good Cat says, well, burn in hell, Lakers. Bron proves that he's a big, giant crybaby biatch. He leaves the court after the game. Then he doesn't even offer to congratulate the Suns. What a douchebag. Now, he did meet up with Booker in the tunnel and gave him a signed jersey. But why is it that nobody ever smiles in those pictures? Neither Devin Booker or him are smiling.
They're both exhausted.
No, I think Devin Booker is just trying to look cool. And LeBron James is just like, this might be my last game ever. And I think it might be. We'll talk about that in a minute. Helabin Mike says, I thought it was really nice of the Suns to allow the Pukers to close the gap in the second half so they'd, feel like they were actually in the game and not just fold up their tents and quit by the third quarter. You want some ice water in hell, Lakers? Yeah, by the way, Phil's going to get a tattoo for the Suns. At least he doesn't have to receive a pair of skid mark Speedos from Jeffco. I guess in that regard, you're a winner, Phil. Now let us move on and drop the butt nuggets. Yeah, look at him. He's already off and talking smack about the next game.
Butt
nuggets. Let's just go ahead and put a pin on that one as a nickname. I don't know yet.
All right.
Chamoy says, burn in hell, Phil. Oh, burn in hell, Phil. He says it three times and then bleep you Lakers. Yeah, that's not how the song goes, Chamoy.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's wrong. Yeah.
Hefty Lefty says, for those Suns fans who didn't listen to the main event, I'll offer my congratulations again. Congratulations to the Suns and Suns fans for a well-deserved series win. Suns were the better and more consistent team all year. They made big strides early and continue to improve and solidify themselves as one of the best teams in the league. Always sucks to lose as a Lakers fan, but you can't win them all. Lakers have lots of work to do this offseason, but for now, I'll just enjoy the rest of the playoffs. We salute you, Hefty Lefty. That was nicely said. Probably the only nice...
Hefty Lefty, good for you.
Yeah. The only nice text we'll get. Screaming Eagle says, Suns did it against the Fakers. Oh, poor Phil. No, Phil, you're not supposed to do that anymore because we have...
This is all I've got. This
Yeah.
is all I've got. I'm wearing black. It's a day of mourning. Give me the.
I thought we were just wearing our 15-8 Fanatic t-shirts.
No, I'm in all black. In case you can't tell, I got it on the bottom.
But you're always just wearing black.
I mean,
bottoms.
and underneath here,
nobody
it's
wants
all
to
black.
see
I'm
that.
wearing
I'm
black
gonna turn off this camera. Don't ever do that again. Let's see. Fish Tank says, while I always appreciate you guys playing the music I make for the show, what I really want to hear is the buzzing of a tattoo gun. We got one of those? We're gonna get one because Phil's gonna get a tattoo now.
Steve was all saying,
that's
"Hey,
not a buzzing."
Yeah, that's not the buzzing, but
Can you get some new music, Randy? Because that's just that tired old sad music is just.
I think
tired
it's beautiful.
and sad.
What are you talking about?
It's tired old sad
when I
music.
hear that music, I think tired old sad music. I think sad music.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I
Fish
think.
Tank was talking about the happy sound of a buzzing tattoo gun. That's a
Well, I mean,
happy sound.
I do have this here in my collection.
Okay. Is that what a tattoo gun sounds like?
I think so.
Or is that a flamethrower? Are we gonna brand him? Ooh, that's kind of a cool alternative. Would you like a Suns
Is that what
brand
this is?
on your shoulder?
This is a
No, not a Suns
flamethrower?
brand.
Wow.
No.
Fish Tank said, thank you for that. Mystery Girl says, the app's not working. So
Yeah, I can confirm that the app is having troubles.
I have a
Hey,
feeling,
Jeffrey?
yeah, it's part of what is being done to fix the other problem. So, I'll check it out here in a few minutes. Let's see. Fish Tank says, I read that. Just Tip says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Suns rule. I'm not going to jump on Filthy's hole too much because I figured the Suns would win. By the way, what is that hat Randy's wearing? I know it was like a shock to the system. I turned on the camera thing here and I felt like a big old bunch of ice cold water, like somebody was giving me the ice bucket challenge, hit me in the face. I was about ready to be angry. And then he reminded me why he's wearing this horrendous U Arizona hat.
Yeah, this hat was given to me by the donor of my liver 14 years ago today. At about this time, I was in a transplant surgery receiving another human being's 2/3 of their liver. And so every year on the anniversary, I will wear this. He happens to be an alumni of the University of Chaluppaville. I will wear this hat and I will wear it proudly. And you guys could go ahead, bring it on.
Nobody's going to give you a hard time.
14th anniversary of my liver transplant, honoring the man that saved my life. So there you go. Now you got the whole story.
Yeah, nobody's going to give you a hard time. It's just that moment where we see it, we're like, oh, okay, that's what it is. Fine.
Now
imagine having to put the damn thing on.
I know.
Right? Imagine
shock
that.
to the system.
Now that's fascinating. Now I'm wondering if anybody in the fourth dimension has an extra liver that I can have because I need some excuse to get this
Phil,
Phoenix
look up there.
Suns tattoo.
Look what I got on the screen up here in the studio. Hey, the Suns are up 20 points over the Lakers. You think they'll make a comeback?
I think they'll make a run here shortly.
I love that entire game is going to be right up there on the screen. Oh, you know what though? It's time crunch. They've cut out all the commercials, so it's going to be quick. But just right there, Phil, you can just watch it all over again on your screen.
Did you have any despair, any thought of or tingle of mind that at the end of the third quarter, heading into the fourth, that they might reverse the mojo?
No. I did actually, because they said out of nowhere they started going on this run.
I know.
But the minute I saw DeAndre Ayton back on the floor, I was like, okay, they're going to stop this, and they'll be fine. They will be fine. I figured as much. My prediction was 115-97. It's 113-100. And by the way,
I was going to say, did anybody nail it?
Did
anybody nail the score?
I haven't had time to go through the text line yet to try to see. I don't think anybody nailed it exactly.
I was going to say, does anybody want to step up and lay claim to fame and say that you?
So the score was 113-100. If you think within a point close to that without going over, send me a text and I will double check your background. Other than that, I got to go through later and go through every single text from yesterday to try to make sure we have winners or tie winners or whatever.
See, I do think we had a couple 115-100s, but they would be over, so they wouldn't be close.
Healabin Mike says, wow, here I go, taking up the app yesterday. Now I can only get you guys on the YouTube feed. I'm sorry. Listen, part of that whole system is connected to the same audio feed. So there's a guy working on that right now, and I'm sure the app will be back as soon as possible. In fact, during this next commercial break, I'm going to go take a look at some stuff.
Check things out.
Make sure it's just not my imagination. Cheese Skulls Burner says, afternoon, gentlemen. The newest member to show his Phoenix Suns pride very soon will be Phil. Hey, Phil.
You know what?
Hey, Phil, did you choose which logo you're going to use yet?
You know what? I out of all people, out of all the random things, and I appreciate you going so far and so bold as to suggest a whole sleeve. That was very nice of you, Jeffrey.
I just wanted to give you every opportunity.
Oh, yeah, very generous.
To make a good decision.
Thank you. Yeah. So that way it didn't look weird that I just had one little Suns tattoo. I appreciate it. No, the one that really spoke to me, that gave a little something out of everybody, was Boogie. Boogie had a late edition. If you go check out the Twitter, he responded to your illustrious tweet there, Jeffrey. And
that was cool.
It was actually
cool idea.
It was not that bad. Yeah. So I think I might be leaning towards that one. We'll still see. But yes, Boogie, out of all people, I can now see why Randy calls you the heart of a champion.
Oh, yeah. It's got the heart of a champion. That Boogie. Yeah,
Yep.
he sure does.
I can't wait to see the picture from the day. We're up to picture number 19, I think. And I'm looking forward to having that all on my wall. 888-368-1580. Mr. Wilbur says, I feel kind of sorry for Phil today. Not only is he stuck with liking the so-called loser Lakers, but he also has to cheer for buck teeth Broncos, who suck just about as much as the Lakers do.
Now, look. I'm going to be eating a whole big old slice of humble pie today. I get it. It's part of it.
Yeah.
I understand. But I will want to say this. I am happy.
And we have to go to a break. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I am happy for the Phoenix Suns, the fans in the Valley, because even though I'm wrong, I always had aimed to speak truth and I wanted to set expectations low. So I'm happy that the Suns, they are exciting. I'm glad that Jay Crowder finally hit a couple threes in clutch time. Genuinely, that's very interesting. Now we look towards a revamped Nuggets team that's looking very up and spacious.
Beatable. I think you mean beatable.
You think? Well, I think no matter what, it's at least a 6-game series going either way. But we'll see. We'll see. I harbor no ill will or hatred towards the Suns. Now the Lakers, on the other hand, can kiss my.
Are you gonna bandwagon away from them now?
No, I'm still with LeBron, but. Damn, if it ain't just the most depressing thing ever.
Did you watch the whole game last night? Did you watch the whole game?
You know what,
Randy, did you watch the game? Because let me tell you what like right now on the replay, they're showing that referee. That dude cracked me up. This dude would come over whenever he talked to the camera, and he'd come in like this, like one shoulder charge. You'd be like, "We're looking at this for a flagrant foul," and then he'd do one of these, and we're gonna look at it on another angle too, just to see what's going on. Like he was very
doing
like,
about face.
Yeah, he was doing like I'm a model. And you know what I mean? I do my little dance on the catwalk. He was
Bruce was talking about that this morning.
he?
I did not believe this guy was actually changing positions.
Oh, he was posturing for sure.
Yeah, something's going on there with that guy. He was like, love me, America. I'm a ref. Look at this right here. You ain't ready for this jelly because my reffing is bootylicious. That guy was he was working the camera. I'm glad I'm not the only one who noticed that. No, I didn't hear Bruce Jacobs talking about that. So I am glad it wasn't just me. I want to know more about that guy, though. He might be my favorite NBA ref. I've not had a favorite NBA ref. My favorite NFL ref is Jerome Boger. That guy.
Oh, yes.
Holding 5-yard penalty, first down. I love that guy. Love that guy. If we could get him on the show, we'd have to fire someone.
Randy, I'm so sorry.
I was looking at you, Phil. Looking at you.
He wasn't looking at me.
I was in the direction of the iPad. So
All right. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to take a break. I'm going to go down the hall. I'm going to see what's going on with our streaming feed and all
you
that.
want a hammer?
No need for a hammer. I got a blowtorch. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
It's like I blinked and suddenly all my business shifted to e-commerce.
Now my business hours are whenever my customers need me.
My customers want everything now and faster than ever. It's a whole different world.
Your business is changing. The United States Postal Service is changing with it. We're bringing you fast, reliable shipping nationwide, and we're bringing it right when your customers need it. Let's discover new routes. Visit USPS.com/new routes. The United States Postal Service. Priority, you.
We're on a mission to connect every Arizona service member, veteran, and their families to the support and resources they deserve. If you or someone you know needs assistance with benefits, health care and wellness, employment, or housing, visit connectveterans.org or call 866-4AZ-VETS right now to learn more. This message is brought to you by the Arizona Coalition for Military Families, the Arizona Department of Veterans Services, and Arizona's Be Connected partners.
When you come to the desert, many things can be dangerous, but there's nothing more dangerous than a pit full of rattlers. Arizona Rattlers football is back. Don't miss a second of the action. Become a part of the Ninth Man for a membership of $10 per game for new season ticket members. All fans are welcomed as the Rattlers return at 100% capacity in the newly transformed Phoenix Suns Arena. Call 602-379-8274 today. Don't wait. Arizona Rattlers strike back.
Hi, this is Bruce Jacobs from my friends and former employers at ProCopy. For over 20 years, ProCopy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share ProCopy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona. You can get great personalized service even during the current climate. We use them here at the Fanatic and Money Radio KFNN, and they never disappoint because they remain a local company. They give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The ProCopy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602 ProCopy. That's 602-776-2679.
The Tampa Bay Bucks, Super Bowl 55.
Super Bowl 55 is in the history books, but we aren't kicking up our feet and waiting. The 2021 season has begun.
And there's already been a lot of action.
Because the NFL never takes a nap.
Free agency, pro days, hirings and firings, the draft, training camp, and more.
We will keep you in the know with all the news, insights, and analysis.
Football is always in season here.
Your exclusive home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56.
1580 and 99.3.
The Fanatic.
Welcome back to the Daily Blender here on 1580, 99.3 and 95.9. The Fanatic, we are experiencing some app difficulties. And Jeffrey is right now inside the cage for the hamster and is helping out the little hamster. Needed some more lettuce, a little more carrots, and we'll get the app back up very shortly. Lots of activity happening at the Radio Ranch there. I'm Randy White. That's Phil Amorine, and Phil's going to get himself a new tattoo, as we already know, and the tattoo will be a Suns logo after a victorious evening last night. But I told you, Phil, the Suns needed to go in there last night, and they needed to finish the job. They needed to finish the business.
You know who definitely did was Devin Booker. I mean, he was an absolute killer in that series. Anytime he got the ball, I was absolutely had the fear of God in me. Scoring a career high in the playoffs, 47 points, shooting all of his free throws, as he has been a killer in the free throw percentage right now.
And he was just a sniper there in the first period. In the first period, you saw he was just sniping from everywhere. He was not going to allow this to go to a game 7.
8 from 10 from 3-point range, Randy. Honestly,
wow.
It was an absolute massacre on the part of Devin Booker. And I do wonder if this is sort of the age-defining, legacy-propelling thing that Devin Booker needs to get over the hump moving forward in the eyes of many Suns fans.
I've heard a lot of people say this now, and I've been doing this a long time, but people that did not know about Devin Booker now know about Devin Booker. There's no denying this kid is something special on an NBA basketball court. And those of you who did not know before, back east in the Midwest, wherever, you never watched the Suns. They were irrelevant for many years. Now all of a sudden you got to see what the Suns have been hiding out here in the great Southwest desert. And Devin Booker obviously took this team on his shoulders and carried them along. Now, would I say he's a superstar? I don't think I would say he's a superstar, but I would say he's well on his way to becoming one of the elite in the NBA. Jeffrey, what do you say?
Who knows? I mean, it would seem that way. It's the quietest emergence of a superstar we've ever seen. And I think that has a lot to do just with his personality. The fact that he's just, he's kind of quiet, kind of humble. I mean, he gets the girls though, doesn't he? Anyway, but he's he's not a loudmouth, and he's been on a team that doesn't get a lot of attention for quite some time. And the one thing you always hear the pundits say is, "Wow, the amount of disrespect that comes towards Devin Booker, who is clearly a super duper star here and everything." They're like, "Oh my goodness!" I'm like, dude, you're just kind of part of it, so don't act like it's a surprise. Listen, I'm going to be in and out. Working on the issue with trying to get our app back up and stuff. So, but let me read off a couple of these texts real fast before I go. Just the Tip says, how much of Booker's play in this last game is due to a season's worth of Chris Paul influence?
Well, I don't know that it was the influence. I think for Devin Booker, Chris Paul coming in was a molding experience. Devin Booker had the talent. He had the abilities. He just had not had anybody on the team to help mold him and shape him to be an NBA superstar. That's what I think. Phil, what do What do you think?
I think along with the tenacity, because remember, this isn't the first veteran aged point guard or even guard that the Phoenix Suns have had. Even just as as late as last season, Ricky Rubio certainly held the edge in mentorship, and he was supposed to fulfill that role. But he, along with many other qualified NBA starters, just don't have that tenacity, that ferocity that makes Chris Paul go to that next level. Whenever you see Chris Paul, say what you will about him flopping, say what you will about him arguing with the refs, you see the ferocity and the intensity and the gamesmanship, game in, game out with him all throughout the regular season, all throughout the playoffs. It doesn't matter if it's a preseason game. It doesn't matter if it's a regular season game. It doesn't matter if it's a game 7. He shows up. He does his work, and he leads the team to the best of his capabilities and abilities, which allows him at the end of the day to say, you know what, I gave him my all in that court, win, lose, or draw. And I think it could even be a part of the reason why you see him lead to these injuries. Now, hopefully, going forward, going into the next season with the Nuggets, hopefully we can take advantage of the poor guard play that comes out of Memphis that we saw Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum both take advantage of in their last series with the Portland Trailblazers. They were letting Dame and CJ do all that they wanted, get some career high points in their regard. So you would certainly hope that Chris Paul is at full elevation, at his full apex and health in order to take advantage of that and push this team into the next round.
Well, I mean, the NBA has done us a real favor here by allowing this game to go. I mean, I would have thought that this game would have been on Saturday night, but it's going to be held off until Monday, which I've been a proponent and a critic of the NBA's lackadaisical and kind of loose scheduling protocols for their playoffs. It takes them 3.5 weeks to do absolutely nothing. But in this case, since I have a team in the playoffs, you know, I'm actually happy. Now, Chris Paul is going to have from last night, immediately after the game, getting therapy and working on that shoulder until Monday night at 6 o'clock Mountain West time to get that shoulder in shape and be ready to go. And personally, I don't know if this is good or bad, but fortunately for us, the Suns are going to have the same amount of layoff time as the Denver Nuggets.
Yes.
It's not like the Nuggets are in a 7-game series and they have to keep battling. They're both teams are laying off the same amount of time, and they're going to get themselves ready at the same time. So I don't think there's an advantage for a layoff, but there is an advantage for the Suns to get Chris Paul right and get him healthy.
All right, guess what, everybody? The app is back. I fixed it.
Hooray!
Yay! By the way, so let me tell you who to blame for the issues. The first blame of our issues goes to the FCC. Because, Bill, the first blame for what's happening to 1580 goes to those guys because they've opened up a lot of the bandwidth that we use to connect with things to everybody. So then that's one thing. The other thing is Bill friggin' Gates. I know you're going through a divorce, but one thing you need to learn is no means no, Bill Gates. When somebody sets a computer up to not take updates in the middle of a drive time show in a major market, you don't do it. You don't just force yourself on them.
Yeah. And Bill, of course, a longtime listener of the Daily Blender. So, Bill, come on. No means no.
It's all fixed. The app works. Everything works. So go on back now to the 1580, but there's men in the ceiling right now working on fixing that other issue. But for now, at least, the app is back. So our apologies.
Now, Jeffrey, when you say there's men in the ceiling, is that some sort of code talk?
No, there's literally men in our ceiling. They might fall through and land on Phil at any moment.
Tell me something about why you need to communicate that to the rest of the world. Men in your ceiling?
That's not a euphemism. There's literally engineers climbing around inside the ceiling here.
Okay, Jeffco.
No, I'm serious. Phil, go out, look out the door and just verify that there's a man in the ceiling.
Yeah, Phil, just go look at.
Because for some reason, Randy wants to make it like I'm crazy. I see men in the ceiling. Blah blah blah.
Are you okay, buddy?
Just out of breath because I'm horribly out of shape.
Yeah.
Losing weight with Valley Medical Weight Loss is step 1. Step 2 is getting my ass doing more exercises so I don't get out of shape and just running down the hall once.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you got the app back. I am a little concerned about your men in the ceiling situation. Yeah.
Okay, there are literally 2 guys, very large, crawling around in our ceiling, running cable and doing stuff that needs to be done to fix our problem.
Of course there are, Jeff.
You know, I believed you when you've said stuff. The least you could do is believe me.
When's the last time you believed me on any time I said anything?
I don't know, but I'm sure there was a time. So here comes Phil. Phil is investigated.
Yeah, Phil, tell us about the quote unquote men in the ceiling.
Randy, I can confirm that indeed there are no men on the ceiling.
I didn't say on the ceiling. They were in the room and they were going up ladders. Did you see the ladders? Did you see the ceiling tiles open?
I saw no one. I yelled out on top of the ceiling. I said, Julius, Pete.
You are so full of damn crap.
Hide me.
We need to change this show to a Sirius XM show so I can tell you what I really am thinking right now.
I think Jeffrey needs a good long vacation.
You dirty sons of bitches. How's that? Beer
I'm starting
Bob
to worry about
says men in the ceiling. Is that like bats in the belfry? You know what? I don't care. When it all starts working again, then you'll see. You'll all see.
And then the catch and the cradle and the soup.
Why? Why that? That has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
If we're listing just random things about that are happening, I thought we might as well go with the song that's done that.
Cats in the Cradle is code for something else, Phil. Learn your damn code.
Hey, by the way, Phil, how about them Lakers, huh? Yeah, you shut your face. 888-368-1580. Large Marge says Suns' first playoff victory since 2010 against the defending champions. On where? Where did this? On their home court in the Staple, my stomach center. That's right. Suck it, Phil.
My stomach.
Suns shock the world.
Yeah, and LeBron James now 14-1 with his opening round playoff record. Yeah.
Listen, I got to be honest about this. LeBron James, we were kind of going back and forth. I say he's old, he's tired, and I really do think there's a very good probability he might actually retire. But Phil says, no, it's the injuries, he's hobbled, he's 70% of LeBron. You want to revise those numbers after what you saw last night? Maybe go down to 50% LeBron?
No,
I say that's 70% LeBron, and that cinches it. There's no way you can call him the GOAT, and here's why. Because he has been carried by better players for all of his career to help him win all them rings. Because 70% of LeBron is supposed to be 100% better than anybody else in the league, and last night that didn't happen. So you got to pick one. He's old, probably near retirement. He's hobbled, but you got to revise the numbers on what percent he is, because 70% of LeBron should have owned these guys.
No, 70% of LeBron is still one-man wrecking crew against.
What did he wreck other than his hairline? Nothing. He didn't wreck nothing.
Here's the thing, though, is that he himself is not a scorer. He has a lot of scoring traits and a lot of scoring.
Why didn't he keep shooting? You saw him just dagger. You're like, oh my God. I mean, I had, even with my Laker hatred, I had to appreciate that. It's like, oh, I was like not rooting for him, but I just was impressed. You can't even get mad when he does that. He just kind of steps back and he hits that three. Why do they let him take that? He should have shot it more.
He's a passer by nature, and that comes to the detriment sometimes of his own shot. Look, he knows that if he were to Kobe up the game, so to speak, if he were to just go all out and just become the solo scoring option, yes, would that get them within whatever it needs to be? Sure, but that could very easily come at the expense of getting other guys cold, getting them uninterested, not getting the rock, staying active within the game. And you hope that somebody, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Wesley Matthews, Alex Caruso, take your poison, that somebody would heat up from three other than him, so that way they have another scoring option. So whenever he does heat up, he can be the solo man going to the basket. But even that wasn't working for him, with Jay Crowder getting a block there late, which was very impressive. Look, again, this is not an excuse day for me. It's really not. All the credit to the world, to the Suns. They played a tremendous game. Every time you thought that they would finally ease off the gas, that their inexperience and their age would let them down, they came up with another three. They came up with another stop. They came up with another assist. And time again, this is a very exciting team. This is a very energetic team. I'm just going to need a day to get behind them.
It was ungodly what Devin Booker was doing. It's one of those things where we saw Jay Crowder shooting all these threes throughout the entire series, and it got to the point where we're like, please stop, just please stop. Don't let that guy shoot anymore. It's not working for him. He might have been perfectly good in the in the off season, but right now you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. And then we see the Booker, and you're like, he can't get away with this forever. Did he miss any shots last night for three? I think he was perfect from three. Somebody take a look at the stat line on that. I might be wrong, but it was just amazing. I'm just stunned, honestly, stunned by what we saw last night.
You know, I think you're onto something here, Jeffrey, in that the people that are around old LeBron make the team. They make him better. If you look at last season's championship roster and you look at this season's roster, there were some glaring differences. For example, last year he had Rajon Rondo, he had J.R. Smith. Even though J.R. likes to take his shirt off at just weird and odd times in front of the millions of people on television, Dwight Howard was on the team last year. This year, you don't have a Dwight Howard, you don't have Rajon Rondo, and you don't have a J.R. Smith on the team. Last year, they were integral parts of a championship run. This year, they didn't have that. They didn't have integral parts like those three players. And you can say what you will, you're just blowing air out your ears, Randy. But I think that was those right there, those three guys I just mentioned, and there were a couple of others that really made a difference and didn't put all the weight on LeBron James. So I don't know, Phil, if you were seeing the same thing, but it seemed like this team was not as talented as the 2020 championship team.
You know what? I'm not looking for excuses. I would have very much liked to have.
Oh, I know. I'm asking your insight.
Okay,
I mean,
so-
I just think that last year's team had more talent than this year's team.
I would have liked to have seen this team at its full potential with an AD. I think the two games that the Lakers did win were legitimate wins. It didn't feel like they were lucky wins. It didn't feel like they were robbing the Suns of
Right.
what otherwise would have been just a dominant 4-game series. I felt like this was a true series, and you could tell within the first 5 minutes of Anthony Davis being out there, he was pulled, and he was not making an impact. Devin Booker was getting right by him. He wasn't his normal dominant self, and I think what they were trying to do was not only have him out there maybe as a facade, as maybe somebody that the Suns would have to respect on both defense and offense, even if he wasn't fully to that stature. But look, and maybe to also motivate the Lakers. I would have liked to have seen this team with a fully healthy Anthony Davis, if not a LeBron James, because we saw what he was able to do. He was still passing and still doing what he needed to do to elevate this team. It just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough against a fully stacked full team that was led by Chris Paul and Devin Booker.
So are you going to be a jerk about the other tems? Or are you going to be cool now? Are you going to be cool now?
I mean, I will still
Are you going to be snotty when the Suns lose a game?
No, I don't think I will. No.
Good, because I got tired of it. 888-368-1580. Large Marge says, seems like the more the Lakers lose, the more technical problems we have. Is Phil sabotaging the station?
No.
I had to restart that streaming computer again. So yeah, you guys are right. It went down again. So I'm working on it behind the scenes.
Darn you, Bill!
I know I was mocking Mercury in retrograde. Randy, we need to get some Birkenstock, some granola, and maybe get some dream catchers and start. I don't know who do we pray to? Are we, Tom Cruise? How does this work to get us out of this technological mess that we've been in?
Well, I'd say Tom Cruise is probably more on the devil side of things. As you should probably be praying to Tom Hanks. He's more so the angel on the.
That's a
left
good
side.
point.
Yeah.
Hefty Lefty says, "Hey guys, those black shirts, the shirts there look pretty sharp. I'd love to wear one of those around town." Hefty Lefty, how do you not have one of these already? We definitely got to put one in your hand. Next time I see you, you got a t-shirt. Just let me know your size.
I'll put one on you, Hefty Lefty. Don't worry.
No, Phil's not going to touch you. I'll just hand it to you.
Oh boy,
you can just do it yourself.
We'll
He
get
says,
it over you somehow.
YouTube feed's coming in just fine. Well, at least we got that going for us. But here in a few minutes, everything should be back to normal on our app. And in just an hour or two, everything should be back to normal on the radio stations just in time for, well, whatever's next. Oh, today, what's next is GCU baseball. That's right. GCU is versus U Arizona. The broadcast starts at 6:45 p.m. The race set up with Randy White. That starts at 5:45 p.m. Lots going on. So, boy, we got to get our act together. We'll be back. More of the Daily Blender after this here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is the sound of a blizzard treat at DQ. But it also sounds like a weekend bike ride, a post-game celebration, and a sunset on the dock. Wow, doesn't a Blizzard treat sound good? Stop by DQ and grab one today to find out for yourself with just one bite. With flavors like Oreo, cookie dough, and more. DQ, happy tastes good.
I have two dogs, Sam and Bailey. Both are golden retrievers. Poor Sam, he was a mess. Always itching. His paws were soaking wet all day from just constant licking. He had bald spots on his back. I just don't like putting shots and steroids into your dog all the time. DINOVITE.com. Dinovite is nutrition. Probably 2 weeks after he started Dinovite, I started seeing great improvements. And today, 99% of his issues are non-existent. It's amazing stuff. Since Bailey has been 12 weeks old, he's been a Dinovite dog, and he has zero issues today. He won't eat his food without Dinovite. When I get out the Dinovite, my dogs actually salivate like I'm getting them a treat. They drool over it. Dinovite is the best thing you can do for your dog.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
I get my Dinovite from DINOVITE.com.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And after hearing about all the success these other guys have had here at the radio station with Valley Medical Weight Loss, I finally joined in, and man, am I glad I did. I'm already seeing results. What's great about Valley Medical Weight Loss is how easy they make it to lose weight at any one of their 3 Valley locations, and they help you customize a plan that works for your lifestyle and, more importantly, your wallet. Get with them today and see what program works best for you. Mention Fanatic, you'll get your first week free. Check them out at valleymedicalweightloss.com.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-726-2194. 800-726-2194. 800-726-2194. That's 800-726-2194.
Does your company need bonds? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than any competitor anywhere. Our relationships with every major surety get you the credit you need fast, and we never stop working to exceed your expectations. Call me personally at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution to better bonds.
The Fanatic.
Welcome back to the Daily Blender here on 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic, also 95.9 in the East Valley. Lots of exciting action happening this weekend. Of course, on tonight, the GCU Mighty Murderous Lopes with that murder call that they had, a kill call.
There you go.
Going to be down in Tucson taking on the U of H Chalupas in baseball action. And the only place in the Valley you'll hear it is right here live on the Flamethrower, 1580 and 99.3, 95.9, The Fanatic. Jeff Coe.
Hey, okay, so the app works again. It's all working now. That's been
good.
fixed. Everything
That's
should
good.
be okay. Let us know if anything happens. But Heavy Metal Maniacs wants to know if we figured out who the winner was for the $25 gift card to Rosati's.
I think I
yet.
was the winner.
No,
Yeah.
you really weren't, because the score was 113 to 100.
Yeah.
Heavy Metal Maniac, you were close. He says I had 115 to 101. Well, that puts you over, so you cannot win the prize. So if you had 113 to 100 or just close to or lesser than that, then
I had 98.84.
that is not even close, Randy. I am sorry.
It's pretty damn close right now. I'll tell you that much.
Well, it's not that close, because I know there's some others that have done better. We'll figure that out later. It's just with all the stuff that we've been working on with the station today, I haven't had the time to go through and find out who the winner is. But you guys can tell me If you know you're the winner, 113 to 100, let's say you have 112 to 99 or something close like that, let me know, and we'll check it out, and we'll see.
You've got 104.97 was your score here.
Yeah, I thought I had 115.97.
Nope,
it
you
was
had
104.
104.
Yeah,
104.97.
So I am under, but I am not eligible to win. So, but I would have beat you, Randy. So you owe me some Rosati's.
Well, no, I think the deal was if you win, you owe me Rosati's.
That does not sound like a good deal to me.
Oh, I think it was. Yeah, I'm
Fed
pretty
fan
sure.
says she
Phil,
had
help me out.
107 to 101. And well, that's over. So sorry, Fed fan, you would not win either. And she says, wait, we get t-shirts? I want a t-shirt. Yeah, I'll give you a t-shirt next time I see you. We got to do a remote, which is soon, but we got t-shirts. Heck yeah, I want to make sure everybody gets some. Fed fan says, I can't wait till the baby retires and becomes irrelevant to the world.
Oh, come on. Fed fan.
Isn't he already, though?
Let's talk about this, though. This is not a bashing thing. The LeBron we saw last night in the last game, and actually the entire series, that is not LeBron. That is less than LeBron. That's much less than LeBron. He still has a sweet touch on his shot, but he was not once powering in and driving into that paint. That's 70% LeBron. I don't believe you. I think it's more about the idea that he's realizing at this age, why am I doing this? You know why else I think? Because he got a taste of Hollywood. And he may be thinking, man, I could make money. I could do that. I'm going to be in that Space Jam movie. And, I don't have to work so hard. I can also teach, I can teach some dance classes.
No,
I don't.
He does do salsa very well.
Yeah, he could do dance classes because he travels all the time. I counted at least 5 times last night where he took more than 3 steps and didn't dribble the ball once. But beside the point, I think LeBron James has made all the money he can make, and I think he's got himself set up for a post NBA career. I think he's not going to have any problems whatsoever. He's got his media company that he's got set up and is making money. He's got all sorts of other activities. For example, he's a part owner of the Boston Red Sox. I'm sure that's not the only entity that he is.
He's got money in a WNBA team for the tax write-offs.
Well, there you go. WNBA team. There you go. See, I don't think he wants to necessarily play. I think
he wants to play, but he knows he can't, and he's going to let it go.
You and Phil said it before. I think he's going to wait until Bronny James comes up so he could play maybe one season with his son.
He ain't doing anybody any good right now unless he can be coached. And last night shows that LeBron was the coach and what's his name wasn't doing nothing. Oh my God.
Can we be
fair?
fair?
Your coach sucks.
Our coach does suck.
And because a real coach would have said, okay, LeBron, I notice you're not driving the paint. Are you okay? Can you drive the paint or not? Sorry, coach, I can't. All right, I need you to take your shots. We need to set up an offense because you are just killing them with your threes. There should have been more of that. A coach would have directed him how to do that. Then that would have drawn more people out to him where then he could have distributed the ball down. He's pretty good at distributing the ball. He would have had more luck at that if he'd have kept taking those shots. And maybe the score could have been a little bit different had he kept doing that. But it was just real obvious he is not being coached. A coached player doesn't walk off the floor 5 minutes before the end of the game when you really, what has just happened? Oh, well, now the other team is up 3-2. It's not that big a deal. You should be able to power through that. Don't be a baby. And a coached player doesn't walk off the court without shaking a few hands. He had no grudge against anybody on the Phoenix Suns.
Jeffrey.
Nobody had done anything to him. And he's showing himself to be either uncoached, prima donna, bad, poor sport. He's a poor sport.
What are you
I would say
talking about?
Guilty in all 3
why wouldn't he? Hey, good game, guys. All right, good game. All right.
You don't think that he's one of the most brand recognizable people, that he's that aware?
Oh, you thought that all the Laker fans that were there, all 150 of them, were going to storm the court or something?
No, I'm just saying whenever he left the game, you don't think that he did that with the purpose of getting ready for the next game when he left with 5 game time minutes?
Last night when he wouldn't shake anybody's hands, he was getting ready for the next game.
He's probably getting ready for the offseason, but
Shut
he's getting
up,
ready.
Phil.
But,
Shut up.
Look, can we be honest though for a second?
I don't know if you can, but we'll try. Let's see.
Okay, so the two teams that made it to the finals last year, the Miami Heat and the Los Angeles Lakers, both dealt with season-long injuries. Whether it was Jimmy Butler coming in and out, whether it was, I believe, Duncan Robinson had a few, Andre Iguodala for the Miami Heat, and then of course the Lakers, their injuries were touted up and down the lineup. It was just prevalent throughout. Even if we go to the next tier of people that played within the conference finals of the bubble teams, the Boston Celtics. They had to deal with injuries all year, some COVID related, yes, but look towards the end of the year, Jaylen Brown, they're out. Denver Nuggets, they had to deal with injuries all throughout. And Jesus,
I just want to see the game flow point differential there. Can you guess which team is yours?
The Denver Nuggets have to deal now with the reality where they are without Jamal Murray, and they're now having to deal without PJ Dozier and
that's Phoenix.
Thank you.
And that's the Lakers.
This plays
right
so
here.
well on radio.
So
this plays so incredibly
see
well.
that.
Yes.
I think they know what finger I'm using.
Yes, the finger that you're using to point it out is very respectful. Look, I think a lot of the health issues that the
For
team
all the
had to
crap you talked, or now for you to act like, oh, I'm just a nice young boy. I'm a nice young boy, and I'm just here to talk sports. Oh, I'm just going to talk stat. Do you remember the garbage you talked a couple of weeks ago? Even up until like yesterday? Do you remember?
No. Yesterday I was very respectful. Yesterday I
You
was
saw it coming, didn't you?
Yesterday I was very, very. Oh, that was the worst. I think that was worse than today. Today's been pretty bad, but yesterday
we haven't got started yet because I've been distracted with all the tech issues. So now I'm back.
No,
now the
that's
app
old
is
news.
working.
That's old news. Let's move on to the Nuggets.
Listen, I still got a bunch of these texts I got to read. Well, let me get through some of these real fast. Fed fan, thank you for that. Let's see. Jagdog says, "Oh, Phil, I almost feel bad for you." And he sends a bunch of memes that I can't explain. So I'll just have to make Phil come in here and look. There's too much to go with. These are all good. Thank you, Jagdog. Kyle G says, glad you guys are on YouTube because, yeah, that app has been no bueno. We're back on the app. Everything is fine now. By the way, he says, for Phil's tattoo, I've got an idea. Have Ralph or Radio Ron go with them and take a webcam so we can see and hear the punishment he gets during the show. Also, the buddy with him will make sure Phil doesn't wimp out or cheap out on the bet.
Cheap out.
I believe that Phil will get the tattoo. I am not worried about that. And I don't need to see a video of it. I just need to see it done. We can count on you, right, Phil?
Oh, yes. I will definitely pay off this bet. There's no way that I would not pay off a bet, but it was hard.
Senior Wake and Bake says, F humble pie, eat rotten crow, you tricky boy.
Rotten crow.
What is tricky boy?
Tricky boy.
And he says, I can't wait to see how bad you curse your Broncos. Phil idiot asshat. That's not even a nickname. That's just you throwing a bunch of words together.
You golden brown
Phil idiot asshat.
Twinkie.
Fish Tank says, you see LeBron crying to the ref and then walk slowly back. They were able to take 2 shots and get both rebounds before he even got back in the picture there. I've always thought people hated on LeBron just because he's really good, which happens to all the greats, but I actually lost a ton of respect for him in this series. Yeah, there was no GOAT-like display by LeBron James, especially in the last 2 games.
We'll see going forward next season. I think.
Am I right or wrong? Yes or no?
No.
Right or wrong?
It's hard, man.
Am I right that he did not display any GOAT-like tendencies the last 2 games?
I mean, Jeffrey, you have to be honest.
Yes or no?
You have
yes
to
or
be,
no? Yes
you
or no?
have
Yes or no?
to be
Yes or no?
honest that if these people start making the passes that he gives them,
oh my God,
that his stat line fills out a lot better.
I don't care about everybody around him. I don't care about
but
anything.
He's a pass-first-minded
than,
guard.
I don't care about anything other than did he act like the GOAT? I'm not even talking about his gameplay. I'm talking about his attitude and the way he sulks off the court 5 minutes before the game, the way he sulks off the court without shaking even one single hand after a heartfelt series by both teams. You're telling me that's GOAT-like activity?
I would
yes
say
or no. Just give me a yes or no, Phil.
No.
Thank you. That's all I'm asking for. Honesty.
I honestly did not like that his first reaction was instead of playing for the Olympics, I'm going to go for the Toon Squad. That was a bit much for me.
Yeah, once he came up, I just changed the channel because he didn't have anything I need to hear because Lakers are out, so it doesn't matter. 888-368-1580. We have many texts left to catch up on. I do appreciate your guys' patience. The app is back and running. Sorry, dog named Boo. Appreciate you hanging in there with us. Baby Got Dax is happy Friday, everybody. I got to say, I got a newfound respect for Phil for manning up and showing up to work today, taking a shellacking. Sorry the Lakers suck, but hey, Phil.
Yeah.
Go Suns. Yeah. All right, guys, much to catch up on. We'll be back. Some more of the Daily Blender after this here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Jess's 30-minute bike boot camp? I guess it's that kind of day.
Are you ready for a total body workout, Peloton fam?
I am.
We'll start the class on the bike and then move to the floor. Let's get it.
With Peloton instructors right in your home,
Are you feeling it yet? Let's keep pushing for 5.
you have motivation that's ready when you are.
Clip off that bike and meet me on the mat for lunges.
I got this.
You showed up today, Peloton. Who's feeling sweaty and strong?
Definitely me.
Tap into your motivation at onepeloton.com.
Everybody, Mark Asher, about to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention The Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
When you come to the desert, many things can be dangerous, but there's nothing more dangerous than a pit full of rattlers. Arizona Rattlers football is back. Don't miss a second of the action. Become a part of the Ninth Man for a membership of $10 per game for new season ticket members. All fans are welcomed as the Rattlers return at 100% capacity in the newly transformed Phoenix Suns Arena. Call 602-379-8274 today. Don't wait. Arizona Rattlers strike back.
All across the nation, we are here for our communities.
We're doing our part to get supplies where it's needed in order to fight COVID-19 together.
It feels good to be out there to assist our community.
I would like our friends and family to know that your National Guardsmen are always ready and always there.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Does your company need bonds? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than any competitor anywhere. Our relationships with every major surety get you the credit you need fast, and we never stop working to exceed your expectations. Call me personally at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution to better bonds.
Thank goodness it seems like the worst is over, but is your business back to pre-COVID numbers? Hi, Bruce Jacobs here to invite you to take advantage of a great opportunity to promote that you are open and ready to serve with our affordable Open for Business advertising package. You'll only spend hundreds but reach thousands of potential new customers. Just go to 1580thefanatic.com, click the link for the Open for Business package. This offer will not last long. The Open for Business package on 1580 The Fanatic. Now let's all get back to business.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Filthy Phil, the Laker infidel, pushing the buttons there in the control room. We're all in the Harman Solar Studio here in Scottsdale, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. Yes. Yeah, so today was supposed to be a very wonderful and enjoyable, sort of just magnificent day. It has been tarnished a little bit by our technical issues, but other than that, it was a good day. Oh man, I was sitting there on the couch with my wife, and we watched the Suns game. And at the end, she was giddy. I was giddy. She goes, "Are you going to go on Twitter?" I'm like, "No, I'm not going to look at Twitter. I want it to be this big, giant birthday present I get to unwrap in the morning." She's like, tomorrow's not your birthday. I know, but it seems like my birthday. It seems like birthday and Christmas and Hanukkah and every single other thing. Whatever present bearing gift that you can get, that's what I'm going to see. And I was not disappointed. The memes, oh my God, the memes, the comedy stylings of the internet came out in force and did not disappoint. After this, a lot of Cancun memes,
Yes.
And people, because he likes to go off and party and
a lot of Cancun.
Yeah, going
memes?
to Cancun, Mexico, and Cancun is in Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Or is that the Bahamas? I'll be honest, I've never been there, so I'm not sure where it's at. But where all the players go on vacation after they lose. And so LeBron had visions of Cancun. I thought it was Mexico, Cancun, Mexico in his head. And that's where he's headed right now. So yes, it was a fine, fine night. And for all the people, I'm going to go ahead and get ahead of this, Randy. For all the people who are freaking out, I have seen more than a few texts here where they're saying, whoa, what's up with the hat, Randy? What's up with the Arizona hat? The hell's going on, man?
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. You want me to answer that, Jeff Coe?
It is your story.
Well, June 4th, 2007, I was given the gift of a second chance at life, having a liver transplant. I was suffering from a very rare liver disease called primary sclerosing cholangitis. I was able to, by the grace of God, able to have a living donor. And I was given that gift by another person who happened to be a U of A alumni, and I promised that every year on the 4th of June that I would wear this hat. The 4th of June, commemorating this liver transplant. So June 4th, 2007. Today is June 4th, 2021, meaning 14 years ago I was given the gift of life again. So that's why I'm wearing this hat today.
Yeah, and I support this 100,000 million%. So a huge thank you to the man who has preserved one Randy White. Now, in my case, Randy, now let me ask you a question. The fellow who donated 2/3 of his liver for you.
Yeah.
Does he wear an ASU hat every year?
Well, he can do whatever the hell he wants to. In my
I'm
mind,
just
he's
wondering
a
what the
hero.
responsibilities are because, when I had my penis reduction surgery, all the
I
Laker
remember.
fans that were benefits of what was extra and left over, my donations to them. I'm not supposed to wear a Lakers hat or anything, am I?
No, you're a hero.
Yeah.
You're a hero. You don't have to submit yourself to any sort of gratitude. But me, I was the recipient, and I'm sure those Laker fans who were the recipients of your great and gracious gift, they should be wearing Suns hats today.
There should be about 30 people wearing Suns hats because there was enough to go around. 888-368-1580. Let me get caught up on the text line. Brace yourself, Phil. Alcoholic doing your job earlier says Devin Booker was 8 out of 10 with his threes.
Yes.
Thank you, Alcoholic. I wish I had paid somebody to get me that information.
Me and Randy discussed it earlier.
Oh, I see. Helabin Mike says the only reason Davis even dressed was because of what Barkley nicknamed him. And he was like, I'll show him. Call me street clothes, will ya? And then he's like, ow. Should have been street clothes. As he pulled up his shorts. I felt bad for Anthony Davis. I got no ill will towards Anthony Davis, but I have ill will towards the team doctors. They should have never let him go out there. It was obvious and very quickly obvious, unless he is just a great actor, a Space Jams level actor where he can fool everybody into him being okay enough to play. Man, it was just like the first time you saw him do anything, you're like, that dude ain't right. He ain't right at all.
Well, and to Devin Booker's credit, he is just a cold-blooded assassin. He was working Anthony Davis early and often. Every time Davis had to rotate over to cover him, Devin Booker went forward, backward, side by side, making him move in a way he didn't want to move. And eventually, I think that just kind of wrapped him up, and he had no chance to play in this game. So credit to Devin Booker, just a cold-blooded assassin.
So Anthony Davis, he was only in the game for a little bit, but I got to be honest. You got to give the Lakers credit. They did have a nice little mini run because we had almost a 30-point lead on them, and then it goes down to about 20. And then, yeah, you're right, Phil. Did make for a moment where you're like, ooh, is this going to become a game? But then it never really became a game. It's like they got stuck at 20 down and they couldn't even get past that, really. What was the closest they got, though? I think it was about 11. 11. Yeah, yeah.
Didn't they end
It was
the
brief, though. It was a very brief moment. And then towards the end there, it all settled down. But, yeah, I mean, as much as we can congratulate the Suns and we can pat ourselves in the backs and be like all happy and say, suck it, Lakers, believe me, suck it, Lakers. Are we worried about what comes next? Do the Suns have what it takes to get to the finals themselves? Do they have what it takes to run through what's left of the West and actually get there?
Well, I don't know about the finals, but I would say this is going to be a good series with the Nuggets. Although the Nuggets are not at 100%, we've already talked about that ad nauseum. And the Nuggets have been a foe with their defense. But I've heard a lot of people say the Nuggets are not a very tough team. So if the Suns go in there and just kind of run on them and try to bully them a bit, I believe that the Suns can win this series and move on to the finals.
888-368-1580. Silly Wabbit says, I had 105 to 99. All right. Well, that puts you within range.
There you go.
Ooh, even closer. No, Witchell, you're over. Sorry, my bad. He says, I had 112, 110. We're trying to figure out if anybody can just tell me who won. But later on, just to be sure, I got to go through the entire damn text line from yesterday. The score was 113 to 100. And so far, we don't have anybody who has claimed that they got it exactly right. Let's see. Floppy Bumper says, if LeBron James was running the floor as well as he was running his mouth to the referees, they might have actually made a series out of it. He didn't have it, man. And are you really thinking, Phil, that it was all ankle? Do you really think that thing where he wasn't driving in the lane there, getting his monster Phi Slamma-Jamma slam dunks down was because his ankle?
Oh yeah, if you look back at his early games when he returned before he left again, because there were two spurts. Remember, he came back for the playoffs, obviously, but then he came back for some early games by the end of the season, and he just definitely looked limp, hurt. He was going through the motions, but you could tell that he just didn't have it. And even in this rendition, in this version of LeBron James we saw, obviously it was easy to see that he didn't have the full explosive gene that he usually has. And I completely credit it to the ankle. Maybe it was something else that we may or may not ever find out. But from everything that I know right now, with all the knowledge given to us at this current point in time, I would definitely say that it has to do with that ankle. And I would still think that a full healthy team would have probably beat the Phoenix Suns, but credit to the Phoenix Suns for hitting the people at the right time and doing what they needed to do, not losing, not withering down like an inexperienced team could have done, and going forward and beating a team of championship quality.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, I see it on Facebook, Phil, so shut the hell up. Okay, I don't know why, but he says easy strategy to beat LeBron is just wait till it biatches at the refs and play 5-on-4 for that half the game.
Yeah, easy strategy, so easy that he has 4 rings.
We're talking lately, Phil.
Yeah, he won one last year.
Oh, you mean the bubble asterisks? Yeah, okay. Let's see. Fed Fan says, Phil, how can you support an athlete that shows such a bad sportsmanship they can't shake hands with the opponent that just beat him?
Well,
He did admit to that, Fed Fan, that was not a good look.
Yeah.
He did say that.
Yeah, I would like to hear to see if maybe there was some other reasoning. Maybe I really don't know. I'm hoping that there's something. Yeah, maybe it was diarrhea. That'd be nice. That'd be a great story. But look, his stuff off the court has so tremendously won me over. I love the I Promise School. I love a lot of things that he does off the court, as well as he has done previously on the court. This is a smudge, but he has a stellar record otherwise.
Let's see. We got to keep moving on this text line and get caught up. Large Marge says, Phil is such a moosh. I don't want him to have a Suns t-shirt. Let us a tattoo. At least wait till the playoffs are over. You sunk your last bandwagon. Well, that's a good point, Phil. You're not to get a Suns tattoo until after the playoffs are done for the Suns. We do not want you jinxing it.
Okay. I mean, I understand, but I think he should go get a tattoo as early as possible, as quickly as possible.
I think I disagree for the jinx issue, because here's a weird thing about this show. I am winning bets I have no business winning. I beat Boogie in a bet, which forces that poor man to not just every Friday take a picture of himself in a Jeffrey O'Brien is better than me at everything shirt with my giant face on it. And then he has to give me a bottle of Proper 12. And when now that COVID's over, we're going to go dress him up like a Target employee, and we're going to hang around in Target for 2 hours. So while he tries to answer people's questions and stuff like that. Well, that's crazy that I won that bet. And then this bet with Phil was so confident, man. You and I guess the rest of the basketball world who slept on the Suns, who didn't respect the players enough. Just said, yeah, easy. Lakers got it. No problem. And I heard people saying, oh, it's funny how the 8 seed and number 2 seed, these guys, they should be flipped around the other way around. That's really how good the Lakers are right now.
Yeah.
I guess not. So much disrespect, so much that got slept on. And so now here we are. Phil is humbled and eating the humble pie with a nice side of crow.
Can I get some whipped cream?
No, no, you get no whipped cream.
Can I get?
No, because we know what you do with it. Beer Bob, thank you for the heads up on that. Cabana says, when the Celtics lost to Detroit, no handshake. When Detroit lost the Bulls, no handshake. No big deal, except LeBron lost. He's the GOAT in his own mind. I wish Crowder had patted the baby on the head, Benny Hill style. It would have been worth the technical.
Yeah, but the thing about that is, the Pistons and the Celtics, they walked off the floor as a team. LeBron left his team. LeBron left the floor by himself.
Good point.
He said something to the team and then walked off the damn floor. LeBron is not a leader of men. LeBron is a very talented basketball player that thinks he's a leader of men, and he's not. That was rude and disrespectful.
Huge difference between a person who leads with and by example. That's Chris Paul. The difference is, Chris Paul leads people that he has with him. LeBron collects people to lift him up and make him look better.
I would agree with that.
That is not a true leader. Fifth letter says, afternoon, fellas. Hats off to your Suns. 4-2 series win. Excellent defensive series from you guys. Not to mention you guys were lights out shooting wise. Even with a healthy AD, that would not have made a difference. Cheers. Now go win the West now. Fifth letter, that's a very nice thing for you to say right there. Thank you.
Thank you, Fifth letter.
Yeah, and I don't know if I completely agree. A healthy AD could have very well changed the way some of this looks and even made it a 7-game series. And I can't even guarantee you what would have happened. But that's very good of you to say, Fifth letter. Chief Skulls Burner says, I'm all for the Randy wearing the hat one day a year for his liver giver there. Liver giver. Do you ever call him your liver giver?
No.
That's a good term.
Never used that one time.
He's my liver giver.
No.
Well, I think you should consider it. I like it.
No.
Sorry, Chief Skulls Burner. He says, well, whatever. Finally, something good that came out of Chalupa University.
There we go.
Just the Tip says, Booker has stepped up for sure, but without DeAndre, the Suns would not have won this series. DeAndre may not be as skilled as some of the elite big men in the league, but he has learned how to battle and make the game a real biatch for those elite players. Everywhere you look, the Suns look good. Now, let me just caution you on that. If we are short in any department, it is in the defense with a big man department. And I think DeAndre doesn't have the same killer instinct I was saying that Anthony Davis had sort of had escape him with his injuries. I don't know if we got enough aggressiveness out of DeAndre Ayton yet.
Now, look, even if you don't think that even if you think that Anthony Davis is better than Nikola Jokic as just a player, as just a fully healthy player, he wasn't fully healthy this past series. So you're going to be facing the presumptive MVP of the league game in, game out for the best of 4 series coming up here. We are going to find out some things about DeAndre Ayton. If he can pull this off, if the Suns can win this, not in spite of him, but in part because of him,
sure,
that will be a huge boost to get victories in the playoffs in series over not only just the presumptive MVP, but also Anthony Davis. That's no laughing slouch either. So this will be
a
an
bigger test than AD right now.
Right now, absolutely, because of the health, because of everything, absolutely.
I don't think so because I think Jokic, is that his name?
Jokic. Just call him Joker.
Joker. I think he is a very close copy or facsimile of what DeAndre Ayton's game is like. He likes to get outside. He likes to shoot. He's not a physical presence under the hoop. He's more of a finesse player. I would say he and DeAndre Ayton are going to have a fun series. And I think that right now I would give the edge to the Suns because of that.
I blatantly disagree. I think that Jokic.
You can blatantly do whatever you want to, Suns boy.
You can blatantly kiss my ass, Laker fan.
Well, pull him down and drop trap.
Why you got to make it weird? Why you got to do that? It's not the way that's supposed to work.
And yet I did. But look, the DeAndre Ayton, he at least is trying to be a back to the center and he will go at the interior of a defense. Can he hit a three? Sure, it's not his game. Jokic offensively is gifted. He is the best passing big man.
He's gonna run DeAndre Ayton ragged.
Maybe of all time. He brings the ball up. DeAndre Ayton, and for all of his great attributes, he doesn't bring the ball up. Like Jokic can absolutely pass with the best of the point guards in the league currently. Does he have a three-pointer? Absolutely, he does. He has a true three-pointer.
Are you getting excited now? You're going to go ahead and bandwagon?
Trust me. I'm just touting the positives and attributes of Jokic. I'm just merely stating that Jokic will give him the business. He will try and do everything that he can to take advantage of DeAndre Ayton whenever he is on the floor. And I would love to see how DeAndre Ayton responds because this is the part in time. Because for everything that Jokic does, he has the size for defense, but he doesn't like to play it. He likes to initiate offense far more than he does defense. So if there's anything that you can do to minimize him, it's put DeAndre Ayton on him and hopefully cancel him out.
Exactly my point right there. Exactly my point.
I wonder if we need to bully DeAndre Ayton. Now, let me explain what I'm saying. Yeah, remember in Back to the Future? And Biff was like, get out of here, man. And he's like pawing at Marty McFly's mom there, and he's like, get your damn hands off her, Biff. And then, pow, he kicks his ass. We got to do something to enrage DeAndre Ayton to get that killer instinct out of him.
Jeffrey, are you suggesting that we start pawing at DeAndre's mom?
I think we send Phil to do that.
Well, okay. I would definitely do that. Yeah. His parents and family live in the Bahamas.
Okay. Well, on your own dime, go take care of that.
No. I think Ron for the betterment of the valley.
Ron's not going to even take your phone calls right now. Seriously, I wouldn't even bother with that. Well, okay, so not his mom, but we got to do something to aggravate this because I think he's that guy. If you kind of push him, he's like, okay, like okay. But at some point, he's going to go Hulkster. He's going to go Hulk smash. And then suddenly we will get the DeAndre Ayton that we always hoped we would get.
He's going to give us the Bohemian boom boom.
What do we do, Randy? How do we get him to go from David Banner to full-on damn Hulk?
Hulk smash.
Right. But how do we get him there?
Paul at his mom?
Okay, we're going to have to take a break and think about this. It's the Daily Blender here at 1580, The Fanatic.
Okay, set it down over there and then go to bay 5.
Indeed knows unexpected growth can stretch your business thin.
Need to keep going to finish.
Like Amir's warehouse. To expand capacity, he needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. Listen, when we're all working on our shows here at The Fanatic, we're totally focused and we don't want to worry about the other things. Like the technology that runs our station. That's where Affinity Technology comes in. They run all our IT so we can focus on what really matters, our business and our listeners. These guys handle literally everything. If it plugs in, they work with it. They've saved us tons of money and they've kept us focused on what really matters. Affinity Technology, they can do the same for you. Go to atechaz.com. Be sure and tell them I sent you.
These last few months have reinforced just how unpredictable the world is increasingly becoming. Right now, we're seeing market highs in the face of economic lows. Professional investors are wisely positioning their portfolios to protect against possible market downturns while still benefiting from the current bull market. So should you. Register for Online Trading Academy's complimentary 3-hour class, Protection from the Election. This new class will explore strategies to protect wealth from instability and capture profits during both bull and bear cycles. Call 844-877-2337 to reserve your complimentary seat in Protection from the Election. Space is limited and all COVID safety measures will be followed. Classes are available in Scottsdale, Chandler, or Peoria. Call 844-877-2337 or text OTA to 31996. Again, call 844-877-2337 or text OTA to 31996.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the main event here on 1580 The Fanatic. Coming up on Monday at 1 p.m., the NBA's second round got started over the weekend. I'll get you updated on all the games. We'll preview the Suns and Nuggets, Game 1, and official series predictions will come on Monday. How did the Diamondbacks do over the weekend in Milwaukee? NHL playoffs continue and more sports. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the main event. Monday, 1 p.m. on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
It's summer in Arizona, and your summer home for sports has you covered. Don't miss a minute of action from the Arizona Rattlers. Listen to all of their home games live on the Fanatic. NASCAR is full throttle. Find out how the season begins to unfold when you hear NASCAR racing live. The NFL ramps up for the 2021-22 season. Get all the updates and info on your home for the NFL in the Valley. It's summertime, and the Fanatic is your summer home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Also at 95.9 FM in the East Valley.
Unless you're going to be in Cancun, the next time you'll see LeBron James is in Space Jam 2. Bye-bye. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Coming up at 6:45 p.m., GCU baseball versus Arizona. The Fighting Chalupas taking on the Grand Canyon University Mighty Lopes in the NCAA. Let me see if I get this right. Division I Tucson Regional.
Now, there's a vicious rumor floating around the office that we get off early today because of said game.
That is absolutely correct, because we have to step aside a few minutes early so we can hear all of the race setup with Randy White in its entirety. Randy, fill us in. What's on the show today?
Well, Alex Hayden will join us, and we'll be talking, giving you a good wrap-up of the Indianapolis 500. Of course, we know what happened there, and also the Coke 600. We'll share our thoughts about that, and then we'll also get you set up for the Toyota. The Toyota Save Mart 350 from Wine Country in California this weekend, Sonoma. That's what's happening this weekend. So we'll talk with Alex Hayden about that.
It's a shorter race. Is that the shortest race, the 350?
Well, it's a larger track, and it is a road course. So yes, they'll be turning left and right on this track. It's a longer track. So I think the race length will actually be about the same as far as time goes.
888-368-1580. Lost Toby says, y'all ran an Affinity Technology ad in that break about how they take care of all the tech, the radio station. Then I turned on the radio there and it went silent. What the hell, man? Well, it has nothing to do with those guys, what's happening. In fact, those guys have really stepped up and helped us with a out of the box solution, thinking out of the box. So the engineers and Affinity Technology working together to get this damn thing under control. So nice try, Lost Toby, but Affinity Technology stepping up, just like Richard and his situation, his Klein White Broadcasting, something like that. I don't know what the hell.
Viva Lost Toby.
Nobody wants you to do that.
I think Toby does. That's why he texts in so often.
Nobody wants you to do that.
Toby physically demanded it of me.
I don't believe so. No.
Kyle G says, if I'm Monty, I'm calling Shaq and Barkley to see if they'd be willing to work with Ayton this weekend, teach him how to play mean. How he plays against Jokic will decide the series. Could also decide his future. I mean, seriously, you can't overstate this. That how DeAndre Ayton evolves and how he plays right here, right now, does help decide what kind of player he's going to be and what kind of future he's going to get. He's about ready to come up for some money here.
Well, Jeffrey, aren't we overselling this a little bit?
No.
Aren't we overstating this just a little bit?
I don't think so.
They're going to max re-sign him no matter. He could be the sole reason why they get bounced out of the playoffs this next round. I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but he could be that horrific that where he's fouling out of games.
And what justifies that then,
Just
Phil?
because he was the number 1 overall pick for the Suns.
0% to do with anything. If I were the GM of the Suns and my number 1 overall draft pick did not live up to expectations, I might let his option go.
But he hasn't been a bum this season. He's been
I never
solid.
said he was a bum, but he has not become what we need him to be. Not really. He's shown improvement, but he's never shown killer instinct. And can he, can he really deserve a giant contract without that extra something, that little something, that little something that gives him the killer instinct?
Deserve? Probably not. But do I think that there's any scenario, any route, any way that he does not get a max extension following this rookie contract that he's currently still on, based off of his pedigree, based off of his number 1 pick stature, based on all the hype that he garnered and how closely he is to the Valley? I don't think so. I think that there's definitely no ounce of doubt in my mind that he gets a max extension regardless of how he plays.
Yeah, I completely disagree with that. What do you think, Randy?
Do you blatantly disagree with that?
I blatantly and totally expect you to shut up so Randy can talk.
Yeah, I kind of believe that the Suns are going to sign him to an extension. They don't want to get rid of him. And I think the Suns are pretty close on as a matter of fact, I think the Suns will have to owe some money because they'll be over the salary cap this coming season. And if they want to get Chris Paul back in here, they're going to need to have DeAndre Ayton back in the middle holding it down. So I kind of think they're going to give him an extension. Is it going to be one of those super max jobs for $200 million? I don't think so.
Well, in a moment, let's talk about the future of Chris Paul as well. It's funny, we're talking about it like the season is over and that the Suns have just won the championship over the Lakers. Still a lot of basketball left to be played. Let's go to the text line, 888-368-1580. Boomer Sooner says, you know what? I just think the younger generation coming up is catching up to LeBron, and he's just getting too old for the game.
Wow.
And shut the hell up, Phil. And he says, by the way, can I take you to get your tat just in case you pass out? I can look out for you there.
No, I think I've got my own modes of transportation. Thank you, Boomer.
He also says, good day, guys. Hey, Randy, how about a beer? How about a nice cold beer, please? Thank you very much.
Absolutely. There you go.
Second, it was very fun watching the Suns last night towards the end of the game. Did you see they are almost giddy with happiness? Like, take that, Lakers. Even in that moment at the end, giddy with happiness, where Chris Paul is like, yes, yes, yes. He's like celebrating right there. Still more dignity than that weird dance thing that LeBron was doing at game, what was it, 2, 3, where they were celebrating and looking ugly with all that stuff. Yeah. And that stuff towards the end where Crowder got ejected and
the salsa?
Booker got in trouble, whatever, guys. That seemed a bit excessive. But yeah, Boomer Sooner, you're right. And he says, yeah, that was great. Ron Burgundy, I'm Ron Burgundy, says, I think LeBron has a torn labia. I think maybe it's not his ankle. I'm thinking you're right. Baker's Cocky Him says, I hate needles and I'm no artist, but if somebody makes me a homemade tattoo gun, I'll do the tattoo for Phil free of charge.
Not only
a homemade tattoo gun.
Not only does it have to be somebody else getting them a tattoo gun, it's a homemade tattoo
bring it down. It's like, I made this from an old Singer sewing machine we had in the garage. Don't mind the rusty needle. I've sprayed it with a little alcohol.
This is not going to be a prison tattoo, guys.
Cletus, bring up the power supply. We got to plug it in. It's electric. It's not pumped like you think it is. Baker's Cocky Hens says also, listen, he has 4 rings, 0 without D Wade, Kyrie Irving, or Anthony Davis, and he's lost more than he's won. So seriously, shut your filthy mouth, Phil.
So
he's like Elway losing all those Super Bowls and getting 2 wins thanks to Terrell Davis.
Everybody needs somebody.
That's actually a very nice piece of analysis. Seriously, that is actually true.
No, everybody needs somebody. There's no team that did it just by one person. And if you look at it, yes, he's lost more than anybody else. There are a lot of other people. But when did that start to become a bad thing of getting even second place? Just because you lost earlier in the playoffs, that makes it a better loss. Just because you didn't make it to the finals means that it's better that you didn't actually make it to the finals. So somehow in way, if LeBron James had made it past the Suns and got all the way to the Western Conference Finals and beat them, that's somehow a better loss.
You see that on the YouTube there? Do you see that card? That's the card that Devin Booker showed up in last night. That's that sweet 1987 Grand National. It's a Buick Grand National. He pulled up in this thing last night.
Did it have the 442 under the hood there?
Of course it does. I mean,
okay.
And it's not my favorite car, not even close. But it's his lucky car now. He should always drive that.
Absolutely.
Exclusively.
I don't care what he's doing. He should always drive that. 888-368-1580 against the spread says, Phil, you're right about LeBron being a great guy. That's why he was in such a hurry last night to leave, because he's traveling to East Asia to improve working conditions and raise worker pay and lower work hours in his mini sweatshops that he owns. What a guy.
Yeah, because he himself owns all the sweatshops in all of the world.
What a guy.
I think Nike does. Actually, I think Nike does. Yeah.
Prison Wallet says, the Suns won because it was a team effort. Look at the stats from the bench. Oh yeah, absolutely. This is a team that knows how to play together, for each other, with each other. Absolutely. And Prison Wallet says, yeah. I knew this is how it was going to go. I knew Monty was the best hire in history. I can't even, my throat hurts too much. I can't even pull off a voice right now. I was yelling earlier, so forgive me. I'm going to read it straight because you're Prison Wallet. He says, I knew this is how it'd go. I knew Monty was the best hire in history, even though I said he was old. I knew CP3 was perfect, even though I said he was over the hill. I knew Booker was the star, even though I said he'll never be an all-star. Even though I said the exact opposite of everything, I knew the Suns would beat the Lakers in 6. I am a giant bleeping douchebag. Oh, you know what I think he's talking? I think is he trying to sound like that guy down the dial or the big fat guy that used to work here? I don't know. Who are you talking? Oh, no, I can't decide. I can't decide. He says it was supposed to be done in an Italian accent. For some reason, I couldn't do anything with this throat. That didn't sound right at all. Moving on. Random Texter says, I had 106 to 101. All right. Well, I guess that puts you in the running because you're under. Maybe the 8 seed and the 2nd seed should have been switched, but it ain't the first time an 8 seed is whipped up on a 2nd seed. That's for sure. By the way, Jeffrey, did I hear you right? You said the Phoenix Suns are short in the big man department. Sounds kind of like the Cardinals are short in the quarterback department. Oh, random texter. Royale with Cheese says, happy Friday, guys. So happy for the Suns, but man, is it going to be tough to get past the Joker? You are correct. That guy is a force of nature, but that's one man on a team. And we got a few men ourselves. Cold Trickle says,
we have men.
A lot. Hold on. Let me get here. Okay. I'm feeling a little, I'm freaking out a little bit. Has Randy been in the studio all day? I swear I heard him this morning. Was I drunk? Was I drunk?
No. Well, maybe. Yeah, I have been on the air. I did work with the morning show this morning out of the kindness of my heart and the goodness of Dale Hellestray asking me to, come in and be a part of the show. So yeah, I have been on the air since 6 a.m. this morning.
Wonder why they never asked me. Cold Trickled also says, I had to watch my Blazers go down. Oh, that was rough. Love my team. And by the way, LeBron James is the GOAT. Greatest overrated actor today.
Thank you very much. I was about to say something positive about your Trailblazers, but instead, bye-bye, Dave.
Look up Arvydas Sabonis, Phil.
I won't.
You will. Nate Brad says, hello, guys. I'll have to watch you on YouTube tonight for your show. Hey, Randy, NASCAR question. Would you rather keep 5 lugs in the wheels than going to the 1 lug Indy style?
Well, I mean, NASCAR is trying to evolve along. The 5 lug nuts have been sort of around forever. It's time they're moving up to a little more of a high performance lug for the wheel. I don't have a problem. I mean, of all the things that happen in NASCAR, that's not anything I'm going to plant my flag on and say I could do without it. I'm kind of indifferent to the whole thing.
I got Navy Brad always left turns us into NASCAR. I actually do enjoy that.
Yeah.
Average Joe says we need to tell DeAndre Ayton that Tito Ramirez is wrestling Mr. Congeniality tonight, and that Jokic says Mr. Congeniality doesn't have a chance. Come on, guys. Come on. What's the movie?
The Big Lebowski.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm just gonna. Last Toby says, I'll allow it. Jiggy says, Jeffrey, you know who I am on the Twitty now? There you go. Yes, you're Sir Jigsworth. Listen, guys, when you have a different texter nickname than Twitter handle, I don't always connect the dots. I'm a very busy man. He says, afternoon, gentlemen, pour us up a nice glass of scotch, please. There you go, Jiggy. Drink up, buddy. It's the weekend. Just the Tip says Jokic will get his to an extent because he's more talented than Ayton, but Ayton has learned how to bump and grind. I think DeAndre is going to be a big part of equalizing the entire Nuggets offense.
Yeah.
By the way, Randy, have you seen the Euro NASCAR racing on ice tracks? They use super skinny tires with spikes. That looks cool, man.
You know, I have seen some highlights of that. Looks kind of fun. I'd like to watch a little more of that.
Fed Fan says, Phil.
Yes, Fed Fan.
Ayton wasn't drafted by James Jones. He was
Yes, but
true,
he's still
guy.
a stalwart and foundational.
He would have been the
piece.
choice no matter who had been there, because that was the first best choice, and a lot of people weren't sure what was going to happen with the other guy. Fed Fan says, I wish the Suns training team would have Ayton work on hand and forearm strength. They need stronger hands for fighting that takes place under the basket. Whatever needs to be done, somebody needs to do something. And I think it's more about the killer instinct. I mean, he does what needs to be done. He gets some shots, and I just want him angry. I want him mean. I don't want him to foul out. But Heavy Metal Maniac says DeAndre Ayton is still young and is still growing, but I think you're expecting too much from a guy that is so young and very talented. Though I think his future is very bright with the Suns. He has great potential to become a superstar.
Look, DeAndre Ayton, he has a lot of demons that he can slay in this postseason. If the Suns were to win this championship, there's a potential route where he beats not only Luka Doncic of similar draft class of him, but also on the other side, Trae Young. Don't forget, Trae Young was also in that exact same draft class. In fact, him and Luka were traded for each other on draft night. There's a way that he goes through and proves and provides that he was the best draft pick on that draft class, and he can establish himself as a bona fide superstar, depending on how these postseasons go.
Large Marge says, okay, let's get this straight. Jeffrey's got to understand Phil's bad mojo is more powerful than Jeffrey's good mojo. I don't know if I believe that, but I can get on board with no tattoo on Phil until this season is completely over, the off season.
Now, see, yeah, that's the thing is I have been looking at scheduling. I'm not like looking for it to do this weekend or anytime immediately soon, but I would.
He's hoping we'll forget about it.
Yeah.
I would wonder if the Fourth Dimension would prefer or would rather me not get it as soon as I possibly can, or if I should wait until the end of the Suns postseason, whenever that may be.
You know
That's
what?
a good point.
Here's what we'll do. We'll put a Twitter poll up on Monday and ask the question then. You know,
Sounds good.
With Mercury being in retrograde up our butts right now, I think that maybe we'll wait until then.
Where?
Yes. Yeah, upper keisters, Randy. Large Marge says, Jeffrey, you're such a hard ass. All we're saying is give DA a chance. Listen, chance. He has his own chance. I don't got to give him anything. He's got to earn this thing, man. Wicho says Toronto did with one player. I think
Toronto did not win with one player. Calm down. They won with Kyle Lowry and Marc Gasol both having astronomically good seasons and postseasons.
Wicho, you're right, though. It did feel like they did it with one player.
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard.
They had one star.
Kawhi Leonard was stellar. Make no doubt about that. But it wasn't just one player. And even, Pascal Siakam. He also played above his skids that season.
What about Fred VanVleet?
Another
Fred
great
VanVleet?
example. It was not just Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
Helibin Mike says, I had 107 to 99. Ooh,
That's pretty close.
You may be a winner there, my friend. He says, I've watched Ayton do a lot of really good dirty work that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. The dude does set a mean pick. I'll give you credit for that. Yes, he does. He's Chris Paul's going to opt out of the $40 million for a 3-year, $100 million deal, helping with the signing of Ayton and Bridges. Think about it. This is just the beginning of a very special long run. I sure hope you're right. We'll talk more about that here in a minute. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
I have two dogs, Sam and Bailey. Both are golden retrievers. Poor Sam, he was a mess. Always itching. His paws were soaking wet all day from just constant licking. He had bald spots on his back. I just don't like putting shots and steroids into your dog all the time. DINOVITE.com. Dynovite is nutrition. Probably 2 weeks after he started Dynovite, I started seeing great improvements, and today 99% of his issues are non-existent. It's amazing stuff. Since Bailey has been 12 weeks old, he's been a Dynovite dog, and he has 0 issues today. He won't eat his food without Dynovite. When I get out the Dynovite, my dogs actually salivate like I'm getting them a treat. They drool over it. Dynovite is the best thing you can do for your dog.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
I get my Dynovite from DINOVITE.com.
NASCAR Championship Weekend returns to Phoenix Raceway November 5th through the 7th.
A wild season of unexpected will culminate in Phoenix with drivers putting it all on the line for their shot
And earning the title of NASCAR Cup Series champion.
featuring 4 championship races in 3 days.
Don't miss your chance to witness history from atop the grandstands as the action goes 5 wide into the iconic dog lane.
Or from up close with access to the fan-friendly infield experience.
Get your tickets to see the NASCAR Championship in person.
Go to PhoenixRaceway.com.
Hurry, tickets won't last much longer.
Shane O'Grady here with Life Changer Loan, and you've probably just refinanced into that new low rate. But have you really done the math? Have you really multiplied your monthly mortgage payment times the amount of payments you have left? Ugh. Let that number sink in for a minute. Luckily, there is a better way. Our clients pay off their mortgages in well under 10 years without changing a dime of their spending habit. It's not magic, it's just math. So check us out at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031, NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp is an equal housing lender.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100 plus degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
Thank goodness it seems like the worst is over, but is your business back to pre-COVID numbers? Hi, Bruce Jacobs here to invite you to take advantage of a great opportunity to promote that you are open and ready to serve. With our affordable Open for Business advertising package, you'll only spend hundreds but reach thousands of potential new customers. Just go to 1580thefanatic.com and click on the link for Open for Business package. This offer will not last long. The Open for Business package on 1580 The Fanatic. Now let's all get back to business.
Distracted driving kills in Arizona. Life is more important than your phone's beep. Stop the distracted driving, Arizona, please. Sponsored by the Arizona Chapter National Safety Council and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, aired in cooperation with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
The Fanatic. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. All right, so Diamondbacks are playing the Brewers here in just a little bit. Later on this evening, the Phoenix Rising is playing San Diego. Next game for your Phoenix Suns, Monday, 7 p.m. on TNT. Dynamite! And, of course, tonight, we got the Grand Canyon University Mighty Lopes taking on the Chulupaites from Arizona.
Yeah.
That all starts at 6:45 p.m. here on 1580 Fanatic. Right now, somebody give me a score check on ASU versus Fairfield. They're in the other regional tournament, the Austin Regional, and I just curious what's going on there. They started up about 45 minutes ago, so if somebody want to give me an update on that, I appreciate it. Here's an update from Charlie Boy. He says, my prediction was 107.98. Ooh, that's a real good one, Charlie Boy.
Yeah, I think that was pretty close. Yeah, Fairfield is up 1-0 at the top of the third against the Arizona State Sun Devils.
Sons of bitches, Fairfield. Come on, boys. Get out there. Get after them, Sun Devils.
Jeffrey, Fairfield leads the Sun Devils 1-0. It's top of the third.
Thank you, Randy. I knew I could count on you. Ukulamak says, is Phil the new horse killer on the show? Phil has not been responsible for the demise of any horses, but he might have been responsible for the demise of a goat.
Yeah, keep at it. Keep at it. I might start predicting the Suns to win a couple of these series.
You shut your mouth. Boogie says, I've never told you guys this, but I'm actually a world-renowned tattoo artist. I would be willing to do Phil's tattoo for free. And I think if we could kill two birds with one stone, I'll give Phil his tattoo inside of a Target.
Inside of a Target?
Yeah, I think we just go to the sewing section, right? And just do it right there. I like your thinking, Boogie. I like your thinking. Baker's Cocky Hen says Booker needed 5 points to beat LeBron's best playoff scoring output and only 4 to beat Kobe. And hey, by the way, Phil, I guess, is a skinny George Costanza. Wow. No, I'm not going to go that far. Not going to go that far. But you're right about this.
I was at a pool. It was at a pool.
Ayton does need to release his inner Kimbo Slice. That is true.
Yeah.
Random Texter says, Jeffrey, as much as you say you want to fire Filthy Phil, he needs to get that tattoo as soon as possible, or he may not end up having it all.
Yeah, I agree. I
think we could probably keep him around long enough. Maybe some sort of a condition of employment. I don't know. King of Kitten says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Guess what? I was wrong. Suns are legitimate contenders. I was impressed by Devin Booker and CP3. Yeah, that dude is the real deal. The Suns really got to do everything they can to keep point guard in town. I had the Lakers at 100, by the way. Okay. I didn't go over on the Suns. I still want a hat with Fanatic emoji logo. In fact, I want 2 hats. One I can wear to work and one I can get a little dirty. And then the one I can keep clean and wear out to happy hour. And hello, ladies. Maybe go to a game or something.
Look, if we're going to be breaking down the Nuggets, Phoenix Suns,
there's a lot of stuff.
I know there's a lot there. So I was going to go with the Nuggets.
I counted up like 8 hats, I think. If my math is correct. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're right, Randy. I'm pretty sure. If I can make that happen for you, I will. But right now, we don't have any emoji hats. That's a Jeffrey O'Brien exclusive. But I'm going to work on getting, you know what we got to do? We got to set up a 1580 Fanatic store, where they can just order them. Click, 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 and there you go.
Can we also sell goat's milk soap?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I was afraid you're going to say Speedo. Napa Bob says Large Marge is A-OK. Kiss the Cook says Lakers have the book thrown at them when the baby went wee all the way home. Hey, Phil, I'm making a crow pie for you with 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in. Now shut your pie hole.
Actually, if it's 4 and 20,
time out.
If it's 4 and 20, I might actually enjoy that pie.
Yeah, Kiss the Cook. If you bake him a crow pie where he's got to eat crow and you got the 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in, well, you don't want him to shut his pie hole. You need him to open his pie hole so he can eat his crow.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point, Jeffco.
You got to think these things through, man.
Yeah.
Heavy Metal Maniac says he should have went out and got the tattoo last night. He needs to pay up. Once a traitor, always a traitor. You're not welcome back to the Suns family. You're not welcome.
Watch the game from inside of a tattoo parlor, and as soon as the game goes final, just switch it on.
Justin Tip says, who has a harder path learning the mental aspects of their position? Is it Ayton or Doncic? I think it's easier for Luka Doncic to look good early because he has the ball and does what he wants. Ayton has to learn to play in a system.
No, that's completely flip-flop. For one, Rick Carlisle has been one of the most grading coaches on young players and players really in general. Look at Rajon Rondo and his tenure there. Yeah, absolutely.
So I was imitating you right there.
I could hear it. I could hear it, and it was beautiful. It absolutely nearly made me drop trout right now.
Spot on, Jeffco.
Spot on, absolutely. Yeah. Rick Carlisle, of course, the head coach of Luka Doncic, is one of the most innovative and smart head coaches, but he usually has to have his way. Luka Doncic, say what you will, but as a point guard, he has so many responsibilities that are not thrust upon DeAndre Ayton, who, as center, for a lot of times just has to be tall and put a lot of defensive effort out there, and that's just it, effort.
Now, wait a minute. Now, you said a point guard doesn't have as much responsibilities as a center?
Yeah. You just got to
Really?
clog up the lane.
floor,
most
the
of it.
floor general. The guy that's got to decide which way the team's
sure you don't
got to
have that
go,
backwards,
what
Phil?
play is going.
Point guard has more responsibility than the center.
Yeah, what you
Yeah,
said was
yeah.
the other way around.
Oh,
which
no,
made
no.
us all
Yeah,
like, what
excuse
the
me,
hell are you
excuse
talking
me,
about?
excuse me.
Well, and the other thing is DeAndre Ayton was just coming out of college. He was a youngster coming out of college. Luka Doncic, lest we forget, was playing professional basketball over in Europe for I don't know 4 years. Had won 2 championships over there. Knew what he was doing. Had already had a lot of coaching. As a matter of fact, one of the coaches that was here in Phoenix was one of his coaches over in Europe. So I think I would give the edge to Luka Doncic in that department. I think DeAndre Ayton still is learning.
Well, I think he certainly had a head. I think he certainly had a head start, but that doesn't mean that his list of responsibilities aren't that of larger amounts.
I don't even know what Phil was saying, but I'm sure it was amazing. Jeff Van Gundy says, Randy, thanks for coming on the morning show today. I had to show my support for you. Nice to have you on there to offset Mark Asher, who just never stops complimenting himself. It's like you know him. Are you neighbors? Booger Wolf says, hey, what happened to Phil? How do you like that, you bum? Hi, what happened, Phil? Hey, go Suns. I once had to chase a Broncos cheerleader off my property with a pack of pit bulls. Not one of those dogs made it back alive.
Wow.
Give me some big old hogs.
What is wrong with you people?
Wow.
What? Jiggy says, I miss Eric sometimes. Ukulamak says, hats for everyone, Radio Pal. If I can make it happen, I will. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new texter here on the text line. Okay, 5767 says, should we have Phil go for a tattoo on the other shoulder of the Phoenix Suns gorilla since he seems to like teams from Denver? You want to make a bet on the Denver games as well?
Jeez,
double or nothing. Suns tattoo on one side, gorilla on the other, or Speedo?
I'd be willing to do LeBron James crying on the other side. I don't know about the gorilla. That might.
Phoenix Suns gorilla is awesome.
He's awesome, but I don't know if it would play well when I get these big old guns and it stretches it out.
It's not going to look anything more like a spider monkey. Who are you kidding?
Yeah, that's
You're not.
A spider monkey.
You'd be flexing. You'd be flexing, and oh, it's adorable. That's a little thing. I love that thing. I saw him on Friends. We have a new nickname for our new texter. Says, call me Tiger Paws.
Tiger Paws.
All right. Is that a Gilbert Tiger Paws, or is that a Detroit Tiger Paws? Give me some background on your nickname. I'm a little bit curious, but you know what? That's a stellar nickname, if I'm honest, and I am. Against the Spread says, Jeffrey, would you let Phil off the hook with the tattoo if he donated, say, $2,500 to your charity?
$2,500. How much do you think I make here?
I think we already know the answer on that one. Against the Spread says, hey, enough with the DA is soft theory, Jeffrey. Ayton's getting tougher and more aggressive every day. Okay, if he is, it's happening so slowly, I don't notice it.
Every day.
Along with acquiring more chest hair at a consistent rate, his feet quickness and touch, incredible. As soon as he stops pulling the ball down, he'll be he'll be the best center in the NBA.
He has a long way to go.
Wow.
I mean, again, he's probably looking right now at one of the top 2 centers in the NBA currently.
I have a question.
Yes. Jeffrey O'Brien, 1580.
Jeffrey O'Brien. Thank you. What were the selling points on DeAndre Ayton coming out of college? When everybody saw him, they're like, ooh, we need him to do that thing for us.
Well, the first of all, size. He's a big kid.
Okay.
Second of all, athleticism. The kid can handle the ball and he can shoot, much like what Doncic does. The kid was a juggernaut offensively for U of A, and he was just I guess head and shoulders far ahead from everybody else that was in the draft.
So what has he become a juggernaut offensively for the Phoenix Suns?
Well, I wouldn't say a juggernaut. No.
Has he done everything that everybody had hoped he would do?
Boy, I don't know what the expectations were.
The number 1 pick, you're supposed to be at least the best of your own draft. And I wouldn't say he's lived up to that.
Well,
That's been far and away.
Your expectations would be that you're the best of the draft, but how often do we see a number 1 pick be the best in the draft?
King of Kitten says, Randy's wearing a U of Arizona hat. You Arizona softball lost to Bama yesterday, 5-1. Why are you wearing a hat?
Well, again, and this is on the podcast. I'm sure you can hear it. I was gifted with the gift of life, June 4th, 2007. Today is the anniversary of a liver transplant.
Happy birthday.
The donor was a U of A graduate. And so therefore, each year on June 4th, I will wear the U of A hat proudly because I am alive to talk about it.
King Kittens also says, hey, like Fed fan and said the other day, that Bama girls are solid, if you know what I mean. By the way, tomorrow morning, Arizona softball plays Florida State in one of those elimination games that Randy was talking about, just so you know. Thank you, King Kittens. Licky Lips Johnson says, losing to the Suns doesn't feel that bad as a Lakers fan. We got to recover. We got to come back stronger next year. And I hope we meet again next year when we're healthy and possibly a new team. You might have LeBron, Anthony Davis, and all new people. That's very likely.
I would be very surprised if Kyle Kuzma will be here on the next year.
You and Licky Lips agree. He says, at least get Kuzma out of there.
Yeah.
But good luck, Suns. I want whichever team in the West to win. That's the team that's got to be able to take out the Nets.
Absolutely.
Do the Lakers hang on to Anthony Davis? That's my question. He only played.
They will.
Only played 42 of 79 games this season, including playoffs.
Now I believe they will.
He has not played in 20% of overall games he's been a part of since coming into the league.
Well, neither's LeBron this last season. I think they'll keep those two guys and get a better core around them.
I'm just saying, it's not that he's not talented. He's just very fragile.
Would I keep a guy who's injured all the time? Not likely, but it's the Lakers. What are you going to do? All right, guys, that's 2 hours down and 1 to go. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Introducing the Lowe's List. While there's innovation in every aisle, these are some of our experts' top picks for 2021. Customize any load with the Whirlpool 2-in-1 washer. Control your home with a touch, thanks to Samsung Connected Appliances. Repel the rain with HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Everlast. And keep the job going longer with the exclusive new line of Flex Power Tools, made for pros. To see who made the full Lowe's list, visit Lowe's.com. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility.
Everybody, Mark Asher, about to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention The Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
You don't sit behind a desk every day to earn a living. You're out and about making it happen. And sometimes you get a little bit behind on your paperwork, like bookkeeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind on paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the Tax Doctor. Let them do what they do best. Deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more.
800-628-6070. 800-628-6070. 800-628-6070. That's 800-628-6070.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join. I got my education because of the Guard. I got to travel a little bit and experience a whole different culture. It helped me get my job, helped me pay for my house.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
I have 2 dogs, Sam and Bailey. Both are golden retrievers. Poor Sam, he was a mess. Always itching. His paws were soaking wet all day from just constant licking. He had bald spots on his back. I just don't like putting shots and steroids into your dog all the time. DINOVITE.com. Dynovite is nutrition. Probably 2 weeks after he started Dynovite, I started seeing great improvements. And today, 99% of his issues are non-existent. It's amazing stuff. Since Bailey has been 12 weeks old, he's been a Dynovite dog, and he has 0 issues today. He won't eat his food without Dynovite. When I get out the Dynovite, my dogs actually salivate like I'm getting them a treat. They drool over it. Dynovite is the best thing you can do for your dog.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
I get my Dynovite from DINOVITE.com.
Live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale.
This is KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Filthy Phil, the Faker fan, and, of course, you guys on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. We're broadcasting live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And I'm going to go ahead and finish up this line of conversation and thinking. I just mentioned that I just wish DeAndre Ayton would have a little more of a killer instinct, you know, and be a little more powerful in his position. It almost seems like he's afraid to get hurt. I don't know what it is. Or maybe he's just too nice. I honestly don't know why. But people seem to think that he has been progressing and doing well. But FedFan makes a pretty good point. When you compare Luka Doncic to DeAndre Ayton, you have to understand something. Well, DeAndre Ayton's kind of new to the league. Luka's been playing professional basketball since he was 13 years old. He's from another country.
I kind of said that before.
I'm dealing with a lot, right?
Yeah, I know. And you know what? And listen, Fed fan, that is an astute and wonderful observation you have made.
Yeah, it's too bad nobody around here can think like that.
Right. We're just sitting here half drunk out of our mind on a Friday and can't figure out how to work the damn applications and stuff.
Hey, I got it fixed. You shut up. Hey, Fade Hero Icon says, Randy, you are the only reason I listened to the morning show for more than 2 minutes.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much.
How are you able to put up with Bruce's horrible complaining?
Well, fortunately, I'm hermetically sealed in a different room than Bruce was this morning, so it was pretty easy.
Booger Wolf says, Phil looks like Nikola Jokic's little sister.
What?
I don't know how that... I just...
Hey, Nikola Jokic's little sister, you need a shave.
Yeah. He does?
Yeah.
I shave like every couple months, Phil? How's that work?
Oh, come on.
We're working on month number 3.
There you go. Large Marge says, no ink until the trophy's awarded. Burn in hell, Lakers. Can we blare the Large Marge Party Barge air horns now as it circles Filligan's Island with a bunch of people laughing, and there's never going to be a rescue? Yeah, that's right. Burn in hell, Lakers. Burn in hell. Yeah, Large Marge. I think we can do that.
Lakers! Burn in hell, Lakers! Shut the hell up, Bill!
Against the spread says DeAndre Ayton reminds me of a more athletic Robert the Chief Parrish from the Celtics.
Really? That's interesting. Yeah.
I found Parrish a stronger man and a lankier man, but that's I don't know. What do you think of that, Randy?
Yeah, I mean, I can see the resemblance. I could see the way that DeAndre Ayton plays his game. Matches up pretty well to Robert Parrish. Sure, I could see that.
Baker's Cocky Hens says, okay, clarity. DeAndre Ayton, he's his second, third year, youngest of all of them. LeBron didn't win a championship until he was 28 years old? Come on, Ayton's in his 22 month, I believe. And don't worry, they're going to win this. All right, thank you for that clarity, Baker's Cocky Hens. Boogie sends what is probably the most epic photograph that he has taken in his Jeffrey O'Brien is better than me at everything Friday photograph. I'm just going to have to encourage you guys to find it on Twitter.
It's that good, huh?
I don't even know how to explain this. Yeah, Yeah, that's all I can say. Just keep an eye out for it. We'll make sure it's tagged at 1580 The Fanatic. Of course, you can find me at Radio Pal 1580, and you'll see I'll retweet it when he tweets it up there too. It's just it leaves me speechless. It's that damn good. Healed in Mike says, Randy, I can't stop thinking about it. That U of A hat. Do you keep the hat out of sight? At least for the other 364 days?
Yes, it's in my closet in here in my office / studio, and it does not see the light of day. There's only one time in the entire year that I get it out, and that's first thing in the morning on June the 4th of that year, and I wear it for the entire day. And tonight, when I sign off before bed tonight, I will put it back up in the closet. You will not see it again.
Fair is fair, man. Fair is fair. Just Tip says Booker was the second on the team in rebounding for the series. Yeah, what about that? Is it just because he's eyeballing the ball and just knowing where to be where the ball comes down, or just, I mean, DeAndre Ayton should be able to power through and get more rebounds than he has. Why is he not getting more rebounds, DeAndre Ayton?
Well, he's having to box out whichever. I'm guessing Randy finally saw the boogie.
Yeah, he found the boogie tweet.
That's his epic boogie.
But I'd imagine
Phil's like, I said something hilarious. No, he's just looking at the picture.
That can't possibly be.
That is epic. You have the heart of a champion and a lion, Boogie. Good for you.
You go get it. I'll retweet it. Go ahead, Phil. Whatever you were saying.
Yeah, whatever the heck I was saying. Look, he's boxing out the other team's big man, and most of the time that's a bigger assignment. So he's putting a lot of effort towards boxing them out, rather than being able to actually go get it himself. And it's allowing other people on the team to be able to get those rebounds that he would otherwise be able to get.
All right, go take a look at Radio Pal 1580. And by the way, while you're there, follow Boogie too. And you should also follow Randy at Radio Randy 777. And don't worry about Phil. 888-368.
That filthy Speedo.
1580.
PHIL.
Yes, it's Phil Fee Speedo. That's it. There's no numbers. How come you didn't put 1580 on it?
Jeez.
Oh, Phil found it. I don't even know what to say. See what I mean?
Yes.
Now you get it. Now you get it. How do I explain that?
It punches you like a
Well, it's
like a bad casserole.
It punches you in a good way, where seeing the U Arizona hat on Randy's head punched me in a bad way till I remembered what it was about.
Yeah.
Jeff Van Gundy says 48 points, 35 rebounds, in case you need a reminder there. By the way, I was a student at Chalupa University, as you say. As dominant as DeAndre Ayton was on TV, he was even better in real life. He could shoot. He out-rebounded everyone. ASU fans should be very aware of this. Just go back and watch the tape of his game against ASU if you want to see why he was so hyped. Thank you, Jeff Van Gundy. Appreciate that. And he also loves your hat, Randy.
Thank you.
Let's see. Ukul the Mock says, you should, do you think John Elway uses Dynavites for his scratching problems? Tiger Paws says, female massage therapist. What? Oh, you're a female massage therapist. Oh, Tiger Paws. Oh, okay, I get it.
All right, that makes
Somebody
sense.
thought it was maybe had something to do with those Tiger Paw tires out there. So, hey, another female listener here on the Daily Blender. Thanks for tuning in, Tiger Paws.
Yeah, God bless you, Tiger Paws. I love a good massage.
Easy down, boy. She says, if the Nets and Phoenix meet, it would be an interesting Phoenix reunion right there, wouldn't it be?
That would be, yeah.
Hey, who's on
I
the
was going
team?
to say, for whom? With what player? Maybe Jeff Green?
It's not DeAndre Ayton. It's not James Harden, because he went to ASU.
Yeah.
And the other guy.
Kyrie Irving's never been here. Kevin Durant's never been here.
Tiger Paws, could you
Elaborate.
Yeah, because who else is on that team that used to be on Phoenix?
Yeah, Blake Griffin.
Well, let's see here.
Got us on that one.
Blake Griffin, no. Joe Harris, DeAndre Jordan, Mike James, Tyler Johnson. Wasn't he on the Suns?
Yeah, he was on there first time.
Yeah. I thought there was somebody else on here that was a Phoenix Sun. Anyway.
Steve Nash, the coach.
Oh, Mike D'Antoni.
Well, the
Steve
GOAT.
Nash.
Yep.
There we go.
He's the head coach. Yep.
Licky Lips
Yep.
Johnson.
Very good.
Hey, people don't send memes because I can't do anything here. Oh, he's got a picture of Kuzma and LeBron, and Kuzma saying, We were injured this time, but next year we're coming back stronger. LeBron looks at him and says, we coming back? Okay. Helaman Mike says, good man, Randy. Good man. Hefty
Thank
Lefty says, the mannequin with the black lingerie, she definitely played softball. You have to watch. You got to go see the photo. More 3-pointers means more long rebounds. So rebounding numbers for guards will continue to increase. See, that's what I was trying to say, but Hefty Lefty said it better. Baker's Cocky Hen says, yeah, I got to say the one in the black clothing seems better to me, Boogie. So now people are picking out which gal Boogie would probably do better with. Go look at the photo at Radio Pal 1580. Trust me, it's worth the look. Alcoholic says, yeah, Steve Nash is coaching their old Brooklyn there. Fed fan is not as nice as the coaches, you morons.
Yeah, we figured it out. Thanks, Fed fan.
Thanks, Thunder Thighs. Booger Wolf says, she called us morons. John Elway's lips look like he rolled up flapjacks. What?
Wow.
That's not very nice at all.
Wow.
Are you and Fed fan friends? That was really mean to her. Why is she so mean to me? I didn't say nothing mean to her the other day. Why is she so mean? Randy, did I say something to her? Mean?
What's that? No, I
She
don't
thought
think so.
I did. It turns out I didn't.
Yeah, I think maybe it was misheard.
Yeah, she
or
thought that you said
misunderstood.
he in reference to her, and it turned out to be you were
misidentified.
Yes, you
That's what
were
I'm saying.
identifying one of
I'm
the,
an innocent man.
the athletes.
Justin Tip says the swim trunks send this over the top, Boogie. Boogie is setting the payoff bet bar way friggin' high. I pity the next person that loses a bet to Jeffrey. Well, that would be Phil, who has to get a tattoo. So who's next? Who wants some of this? Bruno Baller says, now the Lakers are eliminated. Who will Phil be cheering on? That's a good question. Who will you be cheering on, Phil?
I have a bet with the Hawks, so let's go, Trae Young.
Oh, brother. Tiger Paws says, yeah, Steve Nash, Mike D'Antoni. Okay, all right, take it easy. Fed fan says, I can't believe you called me Thunder Thighs. I believe this is how our relationship started out, isn't it? Well, yeah.
Wow.
But you started it. You called us morons. And it wasn't just me. You called all of us morons.
Yeah, that's insulting to me, especially.
Yeah, we don't care about Phil, but geez, Randy and me. Large Marg says Lakers pay too much for street clothes. Nah. Hey, hey, hey.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
got
So
a
I said,
chance.
the guy is uber talented, but he can't stay healthy. Bottom line.
Stayed healthy enough to help us win a ring last year.
You weren't even an
that
us
was-
when
that
that
was-
happened last year, Phil.
That
We
was
were-
then. What's happening right now? Oh, that's right. They're going home. Right. Okay. I got you. Right.
Oh, speaking of going
Gotcha, Phil.
home, on the LeBron James special, Spike Lee, I guess, got bummed out during the Knicks game and he left early. So Reggie Miller went on TV, just started trashing him, and somebody told Spike Lee he turned his car around, came back, and went back in just so he wouldn't look bad. I was in the bathroom. No, we knew you left, you fair weather fan, you. And
How did they know that he got in the car?
I don't know how they know, but they did. And so this is that was awesome. Yeah, Spike Lee. I mean, you're not a player, so you're a fan. And if you get sick and want to leave, that's a little different than a player walking off without a handshake or leaving 5 minutes before the game is over.
Leaving your entire team out there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Even then, even worse. Hefty Lefty says, that picture is great this week, but I got to talk this down before hitting the gym or I'll be looking a little creepy in gym shorts. That was really awkward.
I mean, I'd like to see how creepy you look in gym shorts.
What?
Fed fan says,
What?
boy, it's a good thing you got that new lady listener because you might be replacing one.
Oh, come on, Fed fan. Come on.
I don't know why I'm in trouble. You called us a name and then you falsely accused me of something the other day. I'm not looking for an apology, but I think at least, maybe an acknowledgement that you might be getting this wrong. That's all I'm saying. Licky Lips Johnson says Anthony Davis ain't going nowhere. AD is going to have to hit the gym, not skip on leg day. Matter of fact, every day's leg day. And then the Lakers will be unstoppable.
Well, but is every day groin day? I certainly hope not.
Groin. All right. So should we talk about something else now? I mean,
Boy, I hope so.
I think we were distracted, so we didn't get to really properly beat Phil down a little bit. But
2
when
hours
the-
and 15
yeah,
minutes of the show have gone
previous
by.
2 hours were not enough to beat me down.
I feel like I missed too much of it dealing with the tech issues.
Oh, trust me, Randy took over when you were gone.
Did you, Randy, or were you just nice, Randy, or were you beat down Phil, Randy?
I didn't beat Phil down. No.
See what I'm saying?
No, I was nice, Randy.
See what I'm saying? I feel like I missed out on something. 888-368-1580. Let's play good or bad. Good news, bad news. Where do you want to start? Good news or bad news, Randy?
Give me the bad news first.
You want bad news first? All right, that's easy enough. So Tampa Bay Rays prospect Tyler Zombro went to the hospital after taking a line drive off his noggin.
Yeah.
That was not good. 26-year-old reliever. He was like having convulsions on the mound before they took him off the field in a stretcher. And he was taken to the hospital. He was in stable condition, and they were treating him. I don't know what his current situation is, but that was even worse than Kevin Pillar. It wasn't like bloody, but dude flopping around out there like that, that's scary.
Yeah, was that where they ran together and stuff?
What?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was thinking about the Padres game. These two guys ran into each other and head first, and a baseball cap went into one guy's head, and they knocked each other out.
So the Durham Bulls pitcher Tyler Zombro got hit in the head by a line drive.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's saying that he's right now listed in stable condition. That was just a few hours ago, according to CBS Sports. So there's not any other news outside of what we already know. So thoughts and prayers out there for Tyler Zombro.
Yeah, I feel horrible for the guy. Yet another example. I think.
Don't start. Don't start. Hundreds
on
of
what
years.
ground do you want to stand on?
Over 100 years of baseball. Every now and then, a guy gets hit in the head.
Every now and then, and yet we do nothing about it just because of false machismo.
It's not even machismo. It's just not a very common occurrence. Randy, help me out here.
As a man, you know what? Go out there and face the heat if you're going to be a pitcher.
Yeah, go out there, face the heat, and whenever you get knocked in the back of the head and you suffer a spinal contusion.
Listen, I'm not gonna walk up to the guy who's got his feet shaking on the ground, going, "Come on, man, get up, rub some dirt in it." I mean, I'm not gonna do that. But Ukla says nets for the pitchers, Randy.
Yeah, no kidding. Wrap them all up in nets. Absolutely, that's the answer to everything.
Right now,
it's a very unfortunate accident that happened that was not intentional in any way, shape, or form. It's just what happened. And so what do you can't put the pitcher in catcher's gear. You can't wear a mask.
I'm watching a very competitive softball game right now where they have that precise catcher's gear on their face and they're performing quite
get
well.
Some plexiglass and have them pitch around it. There's a lot of curveballs.
Yeah.
Bruno Baller says the morning show, the Daily Blender, then the race setup. That's 7 hours and 45 minutes of the legendary Randy White.
Oh, well, thank you. Are you tired of me yet?
Are you asking me or Bruno Baller?
No, everybody listening. Yeah.
I never get tired of you, Randy.
Yeah, it's been a long day for old
What's
Rando.
that, Phil? No, Phil says he's tired of you. Phil says he's had enough.
I did not say anything else.
No, I heard him say it.
Randy, he's lying.
You want some good news now?
Yes, good news, please.
They got a heart donor for Greg Olson's 8-year-old son.
Yeah.
Now, that's a
that's
good
great
news and bad news thing. Generally, when someone needs a heart, it's good news that they get it. But the fact that there's one available, that is bad news for somebody else. But we'll just focus on the good news. Yeah. Greg Olson had just been crushed by the prospect of losing his son, who needed this heart transplant. And they finally got a good answer 8 days after he got on the transplant list. So I'm not going to really get into the information on this other than let's focus on the good news. Greg Olson has just been torn up by this. So hopefully this all ends well. Let's come back. I'll give you some more good news and bad news. And I guess, hey, morning show, we get off early. We're going to wrap it up in about, 20 minutes. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Jess's 30-minute bike boot camp? I guess it's that kind of day.
Are you ready for a total body workout, Peloton fam?
I am.
We'll start the class on the bike and then move to the floor. Let's get it.
With Peloton instructors right in your home,
Are you feeling it yet? Let's keep pushing for 5.
you have motivation that's ready when you are.
Clip off that bike and meet me on the mat for lunges.
I got this.
You showed up today, Peloton. Who's feeling sweaty and strong?
Definitely me.
Tap into your motivation at onepeloton.com.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And listen, we've all been hearing about Valley Medical weight loss for quite some time now. We've been hearing about how easy they make it to lose weight and keep it off. And we've been hearing about how convenient it is to visit one of their free Valley locations. And we've heard these other guys on the radio station here have success. Yeah, I've heard about it too. So I've joined in and I've already lost 6 pounds in just a couple of weeks. I am so glad I gave Valley Medical weight loss a try, and you will be too. Check them out at valleymedicalweightloss.com. And remember, mention Fanatic and you'll get your first week free.
Being in the Army National Guard is about more than serving your country. It's about being there for your community when your neighbors need you most. The Army National Guard makes college affordable, and serving part-time can help you graduate debt-free. Do you want to stay close to friends and family? The Guard allows you to serve close to home. Serving part-time in the Army National Guard lets you have the life you want. Learn more by visiting nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify.
800-807-1981. 800-807-1981. 800-807-1981. That's 800-807-1981.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic is now your exclusive home for the 6-time world champion
Indoor Football League's
Arizona Rattlers.
Tune in to the Fanatic for all of the fast-paced, hard-hitting action.
Listen as the Arizona Rattlers vie for the playoffs and their 7th championship in team history. Arizona Rattlers football, exclusively on your new home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic,
And always on at 1580thefanatic.com. Today, the Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Coming up at 5:45, we got the race set up with Randy White and that Chief guy. Following that, at 6:45, we have GCU coming on with a pregame, and then you'll have some regional baseball for you. That's right, NCAA Division I. It's the Tucson Regional, and they will be taking on University of Arizona, U-Chalupa, as we call it, and hopefully getting the win right there. By the way, how are we looking with Arizona State University versus Fairfield right now over in the Austin Regional? Anybody?
It is currently tied 1-1 at the bottom of the 4th.
Go ASU. There you go. They were down 1-0, so now it's a tie game, and starting over. All right. Hey, let's get this done and out of the way before we run out of time.
Hang on just a second.
Yes, sir.
Right now, Jeffrey, it looks like it's 1-1, bottom of the 4th. They're tied up Fairfield and Arizona State.
I knew I could count on you, Randy. Thank you very much for that.
Yep.
It is now time, ladies and gentlemen, for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1980, Gordie Howe, the former great Detroit Red Wings right winger who made his NHL debut all the way back in the year 1946, retired from the Hartford Whalers at the age of 52 after 32 years in both the NHL and the World Hockey Association. 52 years old, Howe appeared in all 80 games for the Hartford Whalers and helped his team make the playoffs, scoring 41 points. There you go, Mr. Hockey, right?
Yeah. How do you like that, Gordie Howe? Now, that's a man's man right there.
26 years in the game, 1,767 games played. I don't know who the hell is going to ever break that record.
Absolutely. There's some records in hockey that I although no record is safe, right, Jeffrey? I mean, we believe that every record is capable of being broken.
Absolutely.
But there are some records like Gordie Howe's, longevity in the game, Wayne Gretzky's points totals, things like that, that may never be broken this side of heaven, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, before we go away, we may not see it get broken, is what I'm trying to say.
Or maybe we will. You never know. You just don't know. 888-368-1580. Duke says, Devin Booker made me $100 last night. Our old friend Keon, he made $150 off the Suns. And he keeps texting me late at night telling me, hey, you're stupid Suns. And then later he's like, yay, Suns. I'm like, stop texting me. He says, he says, for now, whenever the Celtics aren't playing, I am definitely going to root on the Suns. So let's go Suns, says the Duke.
There we go.
Booger Wolf says a Broncos cheerleader can box out Joel Embiid and get a flagrant foul in the process.
No kidding.
Because he's out with a meniscus tear. Don't be so disrespectful.
What?
Ukul the Mock says, how can anybody get tired of you, Randino? You're not like Dog Killer, you Fed fan tormentor, radio pal. Just Tip says, if every bit of fear is removed from sports, such as getting hit by a 100-mile-an-hour pitch, slap shot, or severe whatever, why watch? We can just read the stats online, right? Yeah. Fans love watching greats risk everything for a win. It's part of the game. Good Cat says, it's my console that Valley Medical Weight Loss in Central Phoenix seems pretty legit. I'm going to try it out. I'll keep you updated. I think that means that he went and saw our friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss, got set up, and he's ready to go. So good for you, Good
fantastic.
Cat.
Yeah, Good Cat. Way to go.
Keep us up to date. And remember, everybody, if you finally said, you know what, it's time to lose some of this COVID weight. It's time to just lose some of my wife cooks food so damn good I can't help myself weight. That's basically mine.
Yes, I do.
And you don't have a wife, Phil. And choose your next words really carefully.
I was going to say, continue to promote our wonderful sponsor.
Good choice. And so whatever your needs, whatever your reason, hey, you know what it is? It's time to start doing something about it. Go to valleymedicalweightloss.com and you choose one of the 3 Valley locations. Show on up over there. You don't even need an appointment. Make sure you go on a day they're open. They are closed on Wednesday. Make sure you check online. The hours of the location you're looking at. But listen, get yourself on over there. They'll set you up. They've got plans that fit your financial situation and start losing the weight. I went over there and tried it out after hearing Mark Asher and Randy and James and a bunch of other guys. And I thought, all right, well, I'll give it a shot. And holy cow, it works. It does work. It absolutely does work as long as you are willing to put the work in too. So Good Cat, keep us up to date, and good choice going to Valley Medical Weight Loss. That's valleymedicalweightloss.com.
Yeah. And if you mention the Fanatic or Jeffrey at the Fanatic, they'll take your first week's fee. That's $31.95. That's what it's going to save you by mentioning the Fanatic. So
there you go. Save some money. Why not? Navy Devil says the pitchers should get a force field.
Yeah.
Then they wouldn't get hit.
Yeah, they have one. It's called a pitcher's net, and that's what they use for batting practice. The pitcher stands behind it. No, thank you.
We have a new texter, ladies and gentlemen. New texter. 8364 says Jerry Rice Super Bowl records will never be broken.
Well, I mean, I think, and Jeffrey agrees with me, I think any record can be broken. Is it likely it's going to happen anytime soon? No. Yeah. But it is still able to be broken. I mean, who thought that Cal Ripken was going to break that most consecutive games played record? Nobody could fathom that, and yet he did it. So just keep that in mind.
Never say never. But welcome to the program. And 8364, what's your texter nickname going to be? You get to choose your own nickname. Nowhere in life do you get to choose your own nickname, but here on the Daily Blender, here on 1580 The Fanatic. Now, you can choose a cool nickname. You can choose your
original nickname, or
Yeah,
Randy can
yeah.
help you out with some nickname ideas.
Well,
What are some of the latest, Randy?
Well, I mean, I've got Fire Farter. I've got Herpy Street. Let's see. Here's a few of them here. Let me jump in on a couple more of these. The Champagne of Texters. Stoned again. Butt Hunda. I got one of those. Snow Caps.
Did
the
you
Plumber's
say
Crack.
Butt Hunda?
Butt Hunda. Yeah. Butt Hunda.
Hmm.
Yeah. I've got the Pretender, Mac and Cheese. I've got a bunch of them. Salty. I mean, we can help you out here. This is your one-stop shop to get your own texter name.
That's right. So think about that 8364 and let us know who we just got a new texter earlier, a female massage therapist called Tiger Paws. So that's awesome. Fed Fan says, thank you, UCLA. I'm traumatized.
Oh,
I don't understand. Oh, Ookla. Oh, no. Ookla the
Ookla.
mock. That's, well, at least on our screen, it's spelled OOKLA. So that's what that means. Oh, so now Fed Fan's going to start a class action lawsuit against me.
Oh, boy.
Whatever.
Oh, boy.
Senior Wake and Bake says, hey, Randy, shout out to your donor for the hat there. I am ASU deep and in this cause. In this case, it's just a hat. They gave life, gave us the opportunity to hear you. I love you, man.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate the sentiment. And yeah, I'm an ASU fan as well. But listen, I've got to forego that for one day a year.
Baker's Cocky Hen says Phil should have to get the word excuses under the sun's tattoo because he's just full of them. Or a poop emoji.
Have I been full of any excuses today? No, the Phoenix Suns had a tremendous job. They're very exciting, and I'm excited to see how far they can go.
To be fair, you have not made any excuses today, but through the series, you did pepper in the injury angle.
It's unavoidable, man. I mean, I don't know how you can avoid the fact that Anthony Davis, even if you just want to limit it to Anthony Davis, he's so injured throughout the entire thing. Granted, you have to bake that in anytime you're talking about him, but he was so injured that you can't tell me that would not have generated some different results.
That would have not generated some different results.
Well,
See, you said I couldn't do it. I did it. I'm a winner. I did it.
You won in spite of all odds.
I mean, I don't believe what I just said, but you said I can't do it. I did. I did.
Nobody said you could, and
yeah, I know.
Here you are.
I proved you all apathetic. Just Tip says, Jeffrey, any updates on the cookbook or the Friday Blender Classic Rock bumper music? Cookbook still accepting your guys' recipes. Blender at 1580thefanatic.com. And of course, with the Blender Classic Rock, we've just been so busy that Randy tried to remind me and then I forgot anyway. So sorry, we'll pick that back up again next week. You can send in your 6 songs. Boogie sent in like 20. 6 songs. Blender at 1580 The Fanatic.
Boogie doesn't want a playlist. He wants an archive.com.
Man Bear Pig says, can I be Firefarter? No, dude, you're Man Bear Pig. That's an awesome texture nickname. You get it, you get it once, and that's that. Okay. And unless there's some really good reasons, like some real kind of good reason.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Our 8364 says, call me #1 Rattlers fan. Also Nolan Ryan, 7 no-hitters. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's another big one. Yeah.
Okay, I'm grabbing this. I'm putting your name in the system. Might be the first person with the the number sign in 1 in their texture nickname.
#1 Rattlers fan.
#1 Rattlers fan. That's
Wow.
right. We're your home for the Arizona Rattlers. We got to take a break. One last break before this thing is over. It's the Daily Blender. No, dude, look at the thing. We have a break, and then we have the end of the show.
Yeah. I said, and then we get out early.
Oh, I thought you were saying you're getting out early, like you're trying to criticize me, like I don't know how to do the show.
No, I would never do that, Jim.
The hell, Randy? What am I supposed to do with this?
I don't know. I don't know, Jeffco. I'm out of answers.
This dude's not kidding. He is the #1 Rattlers fan. He just sent me a picture, and he's got Arizona Rattlers logo, says championships, and lists 94, 97, 12, 13, 14, 17, but full year. That's an impressive tattoo there, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. Taking a break back, and we'll wrap it up. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
It's like I blinked and suddenly all my business shifted to e-commerce.
Now my business hours are whenever my customers need me.
My customers want everything now and faster than ever. It's a whole different world.
Your business is changing. The United States Postal Service is changing with it. We're bringing you fast, reliable shipping nationwide. And we're bringing it right when your customers need it. Let's discover new routes. Visit USPS.com/new routes. The United States Postal Service. Priority you.
I have two dogs, Sam and Bailey. Both are golden retrievers. Poor Sam, he was a mess. Always itching. His paws were soaking wet all day from just constant licking. He had bald spots on his back. I just don't like putting shots and steroids into your dog all the time. DINOVITE.com. Dynovite is nutrition. Probably 2 weeks after he started Dynovite, I started seeing great improvements, and today 99% of his issues are non-existent. It's amazing stuff. Since Bailey has been 12 weeks old, he's been a Dynovite dog, and he has zero issues today. He won't eat his food without Dynovite. When I get out the Dynovite, my dogs actually salivate like I'm getting them a treat. They drool over it. Dynovite is the best thing you can do for your dog.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
I get my Dynovite from DINOVITE.com.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Felicia.
We're the hosts of the show, Drive Friendly.
With Steve's 40 years of experience, you're going to get the real insider information about the automotive industry. And I'll be interviewing local celebrities and experts so you can be informed and live your very best life.
Laugh and learn with Steve, Felicia, and the gang. You'll be smarter for listening. Drive Friendly, 10 a.m. Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
The thing about the Name Your Price tool from Progressive is that by now you've heard a lot of ads about the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. We probably don't even need the words "the Name Your Price tool" to tell you that our Humpback Whale Pup gives you options based on your budget, or that our novelty hand buzzer helps you save on car insurance. And that's the thing about the tiny felt bag filled with marbles. At this point, you've heard a lot of ads about the elusive Northern Bobcat. The Name Your Price tool, the neighbor who baked you banana bread, only from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And after hearing about all the success these other guys have had here at the radio station with Valley Medical Weight Loss, I finally joined in. And man, am I glad I did. I'm already seeing results. What's great about Valley Medical Weight Loss is how easy they make it to lose weight at any one of their 3 Valley locations. And they help you customize a plan that works for your lifestyle and, more importantly, your wallet. Get with them today and see what program works best for you. Mention Fanatic, you'll get your first week free. Check them out at valleymedicalweightloss.com.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Yes, we are your home for the Arizona Rattlers. We'll be broadcasting their home games here on 1580, The Fanatic. Their first home game is on June 12th. So, you know, yes, we know they are playing tonight. I don't have it in front of me, but whoever they are, they're probably they're going to go kick their asses. You know?
I have breaking score news for you, Jeffco. Breaking score news.
Let me have it, Randy.
All right, from the tournament, the Arizona State Sun Devils have taken the lead.
Yes,
it is now 4-1 over Fairfield.
Suck it, Fairfield. Yeah,
there you go.
Thank you, Randy. Appreciate that. If only the guy we pay for that could be his, Johnny on the spot. That's
4-1 right now. ASU over Fairfield.
And it's weird.
Lose field.
It's weird seeing a guy wearing a U Arizona hat actually be good at something and productive around here.
Thank you.
King of Kittens says, "Hey, speaking of Rattlers fans, we need to get Coach Kevin Guy back here on the show.
Yeah,
actually, he's going to be appearing on the morning show. Him and Dale are pals and stuff. So." He absolutely is going to be a presence here on 1580, The Fanatic. Nice guy, but him and Dale are pals, so they get to have him on the morning show. So there. Let's see. Jiggy says, Jeffrey wants to change my text or nickname. No, that's not true. It's just I say your Twitter name and your texter name are kind of a little bit different. I just like to see it consistent. But hey, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. But now I'll probably never forget which one you are. So chill, man. Swave Dave says, how about this? Sons of Phil Archie. Shut up. Shut the hell up, Phil.
Sons of Philarchi.
Philarchi. Sons of, I think this was the Anarchy, but it comes out Philarchi. Good Cat says, breaking news. Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns just scored another 47 on LeBron in the locker room. Lakers there, yes. Kiss the Cook says, Jeffrey, Randy, fourth dimension, enjoy your weekend. You too, Phil. I'm going fishing.
All right. Enjoy, my friend. Stay cool out there.
What is that? What mountain is that a picture of there? I don't recognize that.
I don't know. I can't see it.
Is that Twin Peaks? Large Marge says, can 4169 be 41 Whiners? That's an awesome handle. I don't know who 4169 is. Bruno Baller says, aren't the Rattlers playing tonight? Yes, they are, but
they're on the road.
Yeah, we don't do that when they're on the road. Baker's Cocky Him says, Phil seems like he'd be into whoa, that's dirty. I can't read that. But you're probably right. Especially from a Broncos cheerleader. Okay. I don't I'll have I mean
That's so uncalled for, Randy.
it's probably true. Hefty Lefty says Fairfield has no chance against the Gun Devils. Yeah. Jiggy says, I love you too, man. King Kitten says, all right, guys, what's on the grill? Dun, 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 dun. Phil, what do you got on the grill? Never mind. Randy, what do you got?
I got some nice warm buns.
What do you? I knew he was going to go there. What are you going to grill this weekend, Randy?
I probably steaks on Sunday. I haven't. I've been a little under the weather physically. I've been playing hurt, so I'm not sure I could stand and do any grilling this weekend. So probably something straightforward. Now, last weekend I did grill an amazing pork shoulder, and I have come up with a mixture of the barbecue sauce. That Jeffco, you need to try this out. But this was probably my best pork shoulder ever.
Yeah.
It was beautiful and juicy and moist, and it was flavorful. And oh my God, it was wonderful.
You know me, I'll never say no to any samples. That's for sure.
What happened to the pork ass? Did we ever get a piece of that?
That's why I didn't say pork butt.
Yeah.
I just went with the pork shoulder because I knew you were going to go pork.
That's why
ass.
I tried to leave you out of this conversation. Yeah. I don't know what I'm grilling this weekend. It's complete question mark. But I think here's what we should do, Randy. You should let somebody else cook for you this weekend. Like you said, he's been playing hurt. You guys don't even know. We didn't talk about it on the air, but he went through 7 hours and 45 minutes on air playing extremely hurt today. So I appreciate that very, very much. So yeah, you should let somebody cook for you. Now, of course, my wife, who does an awful lot of cooking, I'm going to try to take care of her in the same way. And maybe I will grill. Maybe I'll just take her out to some restaurant somewhere, but going to take care of that.
Well,
Phil,
now,
I want you to enjoy a nice box of Cheez-Its.
Miss Kim is making something chicken broccoli pasta thing right now that smells absolutely amazing. I'm going to go and devour that as soon as we get off the air.
That's why you keep looking over there. Like, I want to get out of here. Hefty Lefty says he's doing lamb shanks tonight. Nice to change it up sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Heelman Mike says, word has it LeBron bumped into a...
Don't even. Just no need to even justify this with a response.
You know where it's going, right?
Yeah.
LeBron bumped into a porter at the airport and immediately flopped. He got off the plane in Mexico.
Yeah.
The cab driver reached his hand out. He immediately flopped.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I expect this type of behavior from Jeffrey, but from Randy, I'm just so disappointed.
Got himself out to the beach and immediately flopped.
Yeah. Oh,
He
yeah.
just broke an old ass into a lawn chair.
Yeah.
And enjoyed the beach.
Yeah.
Just a Tip says, really? Does your back ever get sore from bending over all day? Whoa. Wow. Just a Tip. Who was that for?
Who was that for?
I know.
Who's Roderick?
You know what's scary is what if that wasn't meant for us? What if that's just his normal thing?
Yeah, you have no idea what the rest of the. There's no way this text works for. Well, that wasn't intended for me or Phil or who. Who's Roderick? What's with the quotas? The rest of it, I think Justin Tiff and I could like go on a cross country trip together, and we speak the same language, but I can't read that on the air.
Wow.
Well, enjoy your crow, Phil. Enjoy your crow.
It's cold, it's feathery, and it's going to be stuck up my craw all day.
Good Cat thinks that LeBron is going to force Jeannie Buss to fire the coach and retool the team.
Could be.
Good chance that is correct. Killer Rabbit says it's my wife and mine's anniversary.
Hey, happy anniversary.
He says I had to clarify it was mine also. She doesn't like when I say it's her anniversary. So let's do some restaurants. Everybody have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday at 3 p.m. Go GCU.
Green flag. Teammates working together. We got one car. Oh, Drew's coming across the start. They're still wrecking. They're wrecking everywhere. America, God bless America. God bless. Yeah, baby.